so dope. Got my attention about the man with the mojo. My 8 subscriber, yeah, I'm a back. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto.
Yo, how's everybody doing today?
Howdy do.
How are you, number 2? Haven't
Oh,
seen you.
I have missed this.
It's been 2 months.
It has.
We have not done a Friday Night Crime. It's no longer called Friday Night Crime. It's
It is
now
not.
many such cases. Because
Yes.
there are many such cases.
Quite a few.
Many such cases. I'd like to welcome to the show my best friend, number 2. As always, it's a pleasure to see you. What have you been up to besides losing a bunch of weight and making me look fat?
Well, it's just a lot. Lots of stuff, you know.
Yeah. I need to get a more stressful life so I can lose weight. Am I
Yeah.
too complacent?
Stress. Yeah, lots of stress.
I would also like to welcome to the show my co-host every week, Zena. Say hi, Zena. We're going to start Zena off with a little.
She's passed out.
She is. That's her job. We're going to start her off with a little snack. And as you guys know, if you decide you would like to support the channel in any way, whether that be a super chat, a Rumble rant, we're also on Rumble right now, or purchasing any merchandise during the show, Zena gets a treat. We're going to start her off with one right now. So what have I been up to, you asked?
Yes. What have you been up to? How's your life been?
I went to Patriot Fest. Here you go.
Patriot Jam, man.
Oh, yeah, Patriot Jam Festival. My bad. Like, I was a part of the organization of this festival, and I got the name wrong. But it was a lot of fun. We were in Nashville, in Enville, as I like to call it, last weekend.
It looked like so much fun. I was jealous. I was living vicariously through you.
I'm glad everything worked. I told you the story about the miracle that happened to us.
It was that was awesome.
It was absolutely a miracle. I'm not saying that in a dismissive way. I really believe that. So in case you guys weren't here last time, I did the the visual stuff for Patriot Jam Fest in Nashville this last week. And I did all the photography, which you can check out on the Patriot Jam official Twitter page. And I also set up the live stream using this camera that I'm using right here, right now.
It's a great looking camera.
Thank you.
It's great. You look great. You look fantastic.
Wonderful. Am I choppy again this week?
No, you look great.
I think I fixed it. But the night before, it kept freezing up. Well, first of all, the night before, I didn't have the correct cords with me, so I had to search all of Nashville for the correct cords, very specific cord that I need to hook this camera up to live stream. And I found it, and then it kept freezing, and we finally got it to work the night before during the sound check or whatever. And then right before we were supposed to go live, the camera stopped working, and I was freaking out. Steven and I prayed, and within minutes it started working. We did end up going live a little bit late, but what else is new? It's a KTZed stream. What else is new? We're a little late. We talk with our mics muted. That's what happens around here.
It wouldn't be your stream if that didn't happen.
Obviously. So it's just been one thing after another, quite honestly. Our air conditioner's going out, so it's like hot as balls in here right now.
You've had a problem with that for quite some time, and now it's not a good time for that.
No, it's August. It's not a good time for that. Well, the thing is, I don't notice it because it still works. It's just not enough to cool the whole house down. So the hottest months, I really notice it. So we need a new air conditioner. So we're saving up for that. You know, we just got a new deck. So the funds are a little tight.
Yeah.
Then today, Mr. Zed's lawnmower died. And it's died several times before. He's fixed it several times before. It's like 15 years old, but it died. So we had to run out. And just so number two's been here, but just so you all know, this is not a property where you can have a little push mower or something like that. You can't cut the lawn with scissors. You have to have a riding mower because we have land, like we have property. So $3,000 later, we have a new lawnmower today.
Oh,
I know.
No.
I know. Horrible,
Ron,
right?
thank you so much.
Oh, thanks, Ron. We're going to get started, but first, Xena gets a treat. Hi, Xena. Let's put her over here. Thank you so much, Ron. Thank you, number two, for clicking the correct buttons.
You're welcome.
I have actually some fancy treats here for her. Like,
look at, she woke up.
So I'm thinking $10 and up. She gets one of these like fancy, I don't even know, these fancy ones.
Show the camera closer so I can see. I want to look see. I want to take a look see.
Like the ones that they're like hard and chewy.
Oh, okay. They're like for the teeth.
Yeah, exactly. $10 and up, she gets one of those. It takes her. She's a pit bull, so it takes her 2 minutes to get through it.
She's so mean. Look at her.
It's supposed to be one of those that they can chew on like all day long. That's not the case. But these little stars, aren't those cute? They're
those
stars.
are perfect.
I know. There you go, Xena. From Ron's girls to you. Ava's not with us today. She didn't die or anything. She's in the basement because it's cooler down there.
Your basement is the best. It's like 20 degrees cooler.
It's the Dave cave. It's not a man cave. It's the Dave cave. Thank you so much for being here, Erica. You keep everybody in line. Yo, mama. Northwoods Press. Good to see you, sir. We came across each other in another live chat and he said he'd stop by. So I'm glad you're here. We talk about crime stuff over here. So we're going to get into that. And I have such a good video for you later about this girl throwing a temper tantrum, but we're going to do a couple of stories before that. But this girl, I thought of you because you have two daughters, one of which is my goddaughter. But, and I just thought to myself, and I have nieces too, if any of my like your kids or my niece or Dave's nieces ever acted like this, I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't even imagine.
Never.
I know they wouldn't. Your kids are awesome because they have good parents, right? But first, this story, it's apparently old, but I just learned about it. So we're going to do this one first. It's called...
I'm ready.
The news story is called Deluded, and this is kind of a recap of what happened because this guy is getting out of jail, but this happened in the 90s. So this is crazy. It's about a pharmacist who was apparently greedy, so he kept diluting people's medicine so he could sell them. Insane! And it wasn't just like, cold medicine. It was like cancer patients and AIDS patients.
How? Oh no!
I'm just glad he got caught. All right, let's watch. You guys, let me know in the chat what you guys think of this because I think it's nutso.
Biggest crimes to rock Kansas City. A pharmacist who diluted tens of thousands of prescriptions. Prosecutors say Robert Courtney did it for greed.
Families say Courtney is responsible for hundreds, if not thousands, of deaths. It was all exposed back in 2001.
People died.
But now
people died because of this shlomo. I don't know what word I'm gonna. Shlomo, is that a word? Did I make that up? I don't even know what that means. If that's a bad word, I'm sorry.
It's not.
I was trying not to swear, and then I may have just sworn another language.
Didn't.
I'm not sure.
I don't think you did anyway.
Somebody will tell me.
Now, Robert Courtney is getting out of federal prison early. It's prompted our investigative team to take a deeper look at this case and reveal how Courtney...
I'm going to end up pausing it every 2 seconds. They're letting him out early. This guy killed hundreds of people.
Gosh. Well, hopefully he does not have a license. Well, he wouldn't be able to get a license anymore.
No, but literally every time I cover a story of somebody doing something horrible, I look at their record. Turns out they got out of prison early. They should have still been in prison.
Yeah,
we covered one of those last week.
I know. It's always like that, and it makes me so mad.
So mad. All right, I'll try not to pause it. I'll do my best.
Was finally caught.
Pause.
Just as investigative reporter Angie Racono.
Pharmacist Robert Courtney pleads guilty to diluting cancer medicine. I'm Russell Kinsole.
Kansas City was stunned, heartbroken, even angry.
I hope he'll have a long life of intense agony.
Old news footage reveals the pain.
My life will never be the same.
For some, it's fresh even today.
When you explain to people how your dad died, what do you say? Do you say it's the cancer?
Cancer didn't kill him. Robert Courtney killed him.
Kat describes her dad, Harry Duncan, as a big teddy bear. He had cancer, but doctors were confident he would beat it.
It was so weird to see him get small, you know.
Chemotherapy didn't work. Just a year later, federal investigators said they knew why.
They told us that Dad was given like less than 1% of what he should have got, you know, so he was given nothing.
Nothing like this had ever happened before. Not in Kansas City, not anywhere.
What if what everybody's saying is true?
Daryl Ashley was a pharmaceutical rep for Eli Lilly. He sold a new chemotherapy drug called Gemzar. It promised fewer side effects.
I almost talked muted, but I didn't do it. This guy, this pharmaceutical rep, like cracked the case. Amazing, amazing work. Because some people, like, they like their jobs, but they don't like their jobs that much. Should they be like, nah, it's a write-off, whatever. You know what I mean? This guy did his job correctly.
So what would be the point as a pharmacist to dilute a cancer medication? I'm just not grasping this concept.
Okay. Here's why. Because he owned the pharmacy, he could buy one vial of whatever this Gemzed, whatever they said it was.
Yep,
and split it in between two patients. So
oh, what a sick.
Yeah.
I almost swore.
I know you did.
Oh,
I know if we weren't on air, you would have.
You know exactly. Oh my gosh.
Yep. I know.
Oh no.
Effects. But information from nurses at a local doctor's office was remarkable.
No one was getting sick.
The results were almost too good to be true.
The nurse would say, you should be excited because we're using so much of your drug.
But the numbers didn't add up.
We gotta just take a look at this here.
Daryl Ashley tried to make sense of it for months. He eventually voiced his suspicions to nurses inside Dr. Verda Hunter's oncology office.
Guys, based on what you're telling me and the information I'm getting from my company, he may be diluting. If I'm right, there's something deadly wrong here. If I'm wrong and he's not doing it, I just hurt a man's career.
Hey Dave, do you know how many calls we've gotten on the hotline so far?
Even the FBI questioned if something this awful was truly possible.
I thought that this could have been an error on the pharmacist or a mistake.
Retired FBI agent Melissa Osborne worked the case.
Oh, I did it.
You did.
I talked while I was muted. Zena gets a treat. She looks like an FBI agent, doesn't she? Like just the look about her looks.
They do look like that.
She's either an FBI agent or a crossing guard, one or the other. Definitely one or the other.
And possibly a librarian thrown in there.
I don't know. There's some, maybe it's just my town. You guys know I live in North Georgia. But the library in my town has some like hot librarians, like young hot librarians. I know. I swear. Yeah.
I probably just broke some eardrums. I'm sorry.
Hey, my mom was a librarian. Take that back.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, mama. I'm sorry.
Also a pharmacist. She encouraged a sting operation. Agents through an oncologist bought chemotherapy from Courtney. It was tested in under 24 hours.
All of the covert purchases had anywhere from, I think, about around 28-30% down to almost 0%, just a mere trace, basically nothing.
Courtney's pharmacy was raided and shut down.
He initially admitted that he had diluted these medications for a small number of patients for several months because he had made a pledge to his church for $1 million, and he also had a very high tax bill, and he needed a little bit of extra money.
Do you see this guy's home?
Jeez.
So I'm going to steal money
Mhm.
to give to the church. Like, I'm
Mm-mm.
pretty sure that, like, what, like, you can't, like, it's great that you want to give to your church. I highly recommend tithing 10%, all of that. But
Mhm.
don't steal it. Like, that doesn't
Yeah,
count.
that kind of negates what you're doing.
Exactly.
What?
Yeah. He stole it because he wanted to he pledged $1 million.
Oh my
First of all,
gosh.
your church doesn't need $1 million. What are they doing
Not
with
if you're stealing it.
I would love to know what kind of church this is, because my church has never asked me for $1 million.
No, and if oh my
Goodness.
my.
Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
Osborne says Courtney's bank accounts and investments revealed $19 million. Today, that would be the equivalent of $33 million. A huge red flag that this was bigger than anyone could have imagined.
This is Frank Carey from the FBI in Kansas City.
So the FBI set up a hotline calling for patients to step forward.
Nobody's called him back yet.
It was a public health crisis. Eventually, Courtney took a plea deal. He'd serve 30 years and admit what he did. It was a tough deal for patients and families.
They had the man for 180 years to begin with, and then they started this plea bargain.
In the end, Courtney admitted to diluting 72 medications for over 4,200 patients, affecting more than 98,000 prescriptions. It wasn't just cancer medication. It was prescriptions for fertility treatments, diabetes, AIDS, and even eye.
Also, as somebody who has been on fertility medications, you only get a limited number of shots at that. First of all, it's very expensive to go through the fertility process, A. And B, there's literally a ticking clock, because by the time you realize that you cannot get pregnant on, like, just on your own,
Yeah.
you're already or for me anyways, you're already, and I've never talked about this on air, so inside scoop from KTZed house. But you're already at an age, you've tried and tried and tried, and then there's only so many years left that you can get pregnant, or can do it in a safe way, because if you get pregnant like really old, it's unsafe, right?
It's a very strenuous process.
Yeah,
Very
it's stressful.
Emotionally, physically. It really
Absolutely.
And to have that happen to you is unreal.
And like Yo Mama says, in Killing Dreams,
Yeah.
people people want to be moms and dads, dream of having a family from a very young age. They feel like it's their calling to be a parent. Anyway. The other thing is, Major Victory said probably Joel Osteen's church, and I didn't think of that, but it may be one of those churches, those shady churches that are like, oh, if you give money, then you get blessings. It's like a transactional quid pro quo kind of church. It's probably one of those.
One of those super
shady,
those super monster
churches.
Yeah, I can't think of what are those. What are they have a
mega
name.
Church.
Yeah.
Eye drops.
We're looking at greed because there's a lot of money involved in these medications, and he agreed with that. But then there were some medications that he actually tampered with that were like $5.
What was Courtney's personality like when you're talking to him? How would you describe him?
I truly believe he is a monster. I believe he's a sociopath. He really had no remorse. He really never thought that he would be caught. I think his only remorse was that he was caught.
Today, Courtney is 71.
A sociopath is different. A sociopath is only caring about themselves, but a psychopath, he's got some psychopath traits because
of the $5 medicines.
No, but he's hurting other people, knowing that he's hurting other people.
Well, and I thought when I first saw this, I thought it was all greed. He wanted the money. He wanted to be the hero to the church, given the $1 million, all of that. But then when she said that he was doing it to $5 medication, that doesn't make any sense at all.
No.
Right. So you make an extra $5. It doesn't make any sense.
No.
That's like psycho behavior, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I mean, he's knowingly hurting people. So
Imagine having pink eye, or your kid has pink eye.
Yeah.
And you go to the doctor. You spend all that money, by the way, on the copay and whatever else to even get to the doctor, because it costs money. And then your pink eye doesn't get cured. Guess what happens? Then you have to go to another doctor's appointment and another copay and another whatever, fight with the insurance company, all of that stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
1 years old. He's getting out of prison early. He'll be on home confinement. Harry Duncan's daughter, Kat, can't believe it.
I hate him, okay? I'm just gonna be honest, I hate him. And I know you're supposed to forgive people. Not gonna happen.
So how does Robert Courtney get out of prison? We'll take a closer look at the First Step Act tomorrow night.
No, we won't.
That's new federal legislation to help release overcrowding in prisons. Some nonviolent criminals qualify. The question for many is, how does Robert Courtney qualify? Angie Racono, KCTZed.
Thank you, Angie Racono. I appreciate it.
Good job,
So what
Angie.
I want to know from the chat, what do you think of that? It's crazy, right?
That is nuts.
Yeah. So I thought you would. I saved this for our show. I was gonna say Friday Night Crime, but it's Many Such Cases is the new name, I guess.
Initially, I thought it was like he was stealing medications for himself, like he was an addict. That's what I thought like the first thing was. But when I heard the details, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Especially just the fact that it wasn't like a minor sort of medication. It wasn't like
life saving. These are life
I can't even
saving.
think of like something that's not like a anti-inflammatory or something like that, or cold medicine or whatever, something that's not deadly. But he was stealing freaking cancer medicine.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What? Yeah,
I know.
Man arraigned in stabbing death of pregnant Lynn woman. I wonder if the woman's name was Lynn or if the town is named Lynn. I guess we will find out. We're in Boston now, guys.
Man accused of killing a pregnant woman inside a new apartment complex in Lynn was just arraigned for murder. Police found the victim, 25-year-old Brianna Welsh, stabbed to death in her home on the Lynnway after her mother had asked about a wellness check. Welsh was 3 months pregnant. 26-year-old Zachary Vozella is due back in court in September.
Well, that was a short one, but thank you to whoever sent that to me. Here's a story. Okay, so whoever sent this to me also sent me an article about it. So we will read the article. Lynn, apparently, there's a lot of Lynns in this town. It was Lynn Avenue and Lynn in Lynn. The woman's name was not Lynn. Okay, so that's the guy, and then here's a picture of the woman, 3 months pregnant. So that woman's parents not only lost their daughter, they lost a grandchild as well, which is just heartbreaking.
Sicko.
A Massachusetts man is accused of stabbing his brother's pregnant ex-girlfriend to death. Oh, that's a little more details, huh?
Yeah.
So brother did not want to have a baby, and what he decided just to take care of the problem. Like, why? You can't ask why. There's no good reason. There's no explanation.
No.
Okay. I'm pausing myself now in the middle of reading.
I can read. You want me to read it? I'll read it. If you scroll, I'll read.
Okay.
A Massachusetts, if I could say Massachusetts,
Yeah.
a Massachusetts man is accused of stabbing his brother's pregnant ex-girlfriend to death in the apartment the three shared while his brother was in custody in a domestic violence case involving the woman the previous day, authorities said.
Sounds like a lovely family.
Yeah. Zachary
Vozella,
26, pleaded not guilty on Thursday to charges of the murder and assault and battery with a dangerous weapon in the death of Brianna Welsh, 25, prosecutors said. The series of events leading to Welsh's killing started on Tuesday when the suspect's brother, Brendan Vizella, 24, was arrested after a report of domestic violence, prosecutors said. Welsh and Brendan Vizella had gotten into a domestic altercation in which Welsh was hospitalized, and she reported Brendan Vizella to police. Mass Live reported, citing court documents. Authorities allege Zachary Vizella killed Welsh while Brendan Vizella was being held in custody in that case. Welsh was killed on Wednesday between 6:15 p.m. when she returned to the apartment from the hospital, and 8:06 p.m. There's a lot of ands there. From the hospital, and 8:06 p.m. and 8:16 p.m. when police allege Zachary Vizella left the apartment after stabbing her. Welsh's body was discovered just before 9 a.m. the following morning after Welsh's mother called management to do a welfare check in Unit 329. She had a cut to her neck, legs, and abdominal area.
Sounds like she fought back if she's got cuts on her legs. Like she was kicking him or something, I bet.
Yeah, probably. Zachary Vizella was quickly arrested. Officials had surveillance video of him leaving the crime scene with several bags, among them a trash bag allegedly containing clothing with red-brown stains and a kitchen knife that tested positive for the presence of blood. Authorities said the suspect initially gave police an alibi about being in a nearby Dunkin', but when surveillance video disproved that, he allegedly told cops he had been in the apartment between 2:30 and 8:30 on Wednesday and said he didn't see Welsh. Zachary Vizella's attorney, Francisco Napolitano, said his client denies he is responsible for Welsh's death. He's very, very sad about the whole, not only his own circumstances, but that someone died and that his brother's in trouble. So everywhere he looks at is just sadness. Welsh, meanwhile, was remembered fondly. A GoFundMe page was set up by the family. Tragically, she has been taken from us, murdered in her own home. The page said, "We are all lost without her. She was a bright, shining star that went out before her time." Essex County District Attorney Paul F. Tucker said in the news release, "The tragic violence that has taken the life of Brianna Welsh and her unborn child has created an unbearable loss for her family. While their loss cannot be repaired or remedied, I hope that our efforts to seek justice on her behalf assures them that we and the community support them." Zachary Vizella was being held without bail. He is set to appear in court September 10th for a probable cause hearing. Brandon Vizella faces charges of assault and battery on a household member and assault and battery upon a pregnant person. Prosecutors said he is set to appear in court on August 6th.
That's horrible. That is just horrible.
What a pig.
Sorry. I'm glad she fought back. I hope she got him a little bit before, like I don't know that for sure, but it sounds like just the fact that there's cuts on her legs. If he was trying to kill her, it sounds like she was like back on her back and like kicking at him.
Yeah.
Let me make this small so you guys can see Xena getting her muted treat. I guess you guys don't have to donate at all anymore. My dogs will still get diabetes because I cannot not mute my mic. I had to blow my nose, man.
No, you still need to donate. You still need to do that. Don't listen to Katie.
Yeah, just so you guys know, everything that you donate on the shows that number two's here with me, we split 50-50. So show number two some love.
Because we don't do this show very often. So when we do, it's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
We have a good time.
Absolutely. Next up.
Next.
Man sentenced for murder exactly 1 year after deadly DUI crash near Clovis, California. Let's talk about driving drunk. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, don't do it. Just don't.
Ridiculous. Or as I like to say, ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like it's just there's no need for it, especially in 2024 when there's Uber, there's Lyft, there's still taxi cabs if you need to.
Yeah.
If you're somewhere near me and need a ride because you've had a drink, call me. I will come get you because I very rarely.
I feel the same way.
Yeah, I very rarely drink. Not that I don't drink, but it's very rare. So most of the time, I'm just here in my house. I have no
Me
life,
too.
so I'll come get you.
I literally have 0 alcohol in my house. That's how fun of a person I am. I have no alcohol in my house. So chances of me drinking and not being able to pick you up are great.
Slim.
So that's what I meant. Yeah. Slim. So yeah.
I have tons of alcohol because people gift me alcohol and I don't drink it. Like every time people come stay at my house a lot. I'm halfway in between Chicago and Florida. A lot of people I'm from Chicago. People go to Florida.
You are?
I did you not know that about me?
Oh.
I'm from Chicago. Can you believe it?
I didn't know that.
Anyway, I get a lot of overnight guests, and they know that the only thing that I like to drink is rum. So people bring me rum. Speaking of, Stephen, last time he was here, got me a bottle of rum, and I decided to have a little bit of it one night. It is the strongest rum I've ever had in my life. It's like, you know, that 151 Bacardi stuff?
Yeah.
It was like some fancy version of like it was so you cannot drink it alone. Like you have to dilute it like that doctor from the first story in order to even for it to be palatable. Like it has to be diluted.
Now, I'm not against drinking. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against drinking. And I will have a drink every now and then. I just don't have any in my house.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Okay, so what was I saying? Drinking and driving. I thought
wait. Let's go back here. Have you ever had rum chata?
Yes. At your house, you gave me rum chata.
I did.
Yeah.
It's so good. That is so good.
It is.
That was in my previous life.
True. It was in your previous. It was at a whole different stage of your life.
Yeah. That was good stuff.
Major victory. Bacardi is Cuban, but you know, when I went to Cuba, they have the government owns everything in Cuba, but they have a state sponsored rum in Cuba that I brought some back, and it's gone now because this was years ago, but it's called Havana Club. I love the dark colored Havana Club, and you can get it here, but the one that you can get here is not made in Cuba. It's different. It's like it's made in Puerto Rico or
Waffle
something.
Salter, you're awesome. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Waffle Salter.
Waffle Salter, you're the best.
Oh my. We got to make Zena big. There she is. Waffle Salter coming in with a $100 super chat. You're gonna make me cry.
I know, you're so awesome.
That means she gets one of these big. Actually, filibuster for a minute because I have even bigger treats for her. I'm gonna go get one. I will be right back.
What is it called?
Thank you, Waffle Salter.
The silver spiced rum. Who makes it? Silver spiced rum. I'm trying to remember. Silver spiced rum, like with eggnog during Christmas time, is excellent. And I can't remember. Captain Morgan silver spiced rum is very, very good. That is some, and you know what? I'm not like, yes. Captain Morgan's silver spiced rum is very, very good.
We're talking
but
about
and it could be like, I don't know. I'm not like I don't know good liquors, so it could be a crappy liquor for all I know.
Usually the crappy stuff tastes better.
Yeah, but I think it's pretty good. Like throw it in some eggnog.
I'm giving Zena one of these.
Thank you so much, Waffle Salter. That is very, very nice of you.
That's from Waffle Salter. I've missed you,
Demon-
Waffle Salter, not just because you're a great supporter of the show, but I missed you in the chat just hanging out. And the thing is, Waffle is usually on Rumble, but if you notice, when I have Rumble up, it like makes my videos like skip. So I can't have the chat up on Rumble anymore.
You have to look at it on your phone.
I have to look at it on my
Yeah.
phone. And yeah, exactly. So I appreciate you. She's got her big treat, and we'll get back to the show.
No, you got to add it to eggnog. Major victory.
What?
It's not like with eggnog. Like, but there are some that like have the alcoholic eggnogs. But yeah, I don't know. That's like the only time I will have something alcoholic. I don't know. I'm just not a drinker. I think it's because I drank enough for everybody when I was younger.
Yeah, I was there. I remember.
Yeah, I know that it's not appealing to me anymore. So yeah.
So here was my idea about drunk driving. So
okay,
obviously,
let's get back to the story.
So obviously, if you've even had one drink, don't drink and drive. It's just not worth it, right?
It is not.
But those tests that they have you do, don't do those either. Because, but what I was thinking is sometime what we should do is like zoom out the cameras and try to do those tests on air, like the drunk driving tests.
You know what we should do? The next time we're together, we should do a show together and do the tests together.
Well, we should just do it in our living rooms. What are you talking about?
No, but I'm just saying
we could do it together.
Do it together.
Yeah,
and we'll grab Mr. Zed too.
Oh, he can film it. We could take turns. Yeah,
this would be fun.
We'll do a live stream and we'll film ourselves doing the drunk driving tests. Like take 9 steps, turn in this certain way. Actually, I have friends who are cops. Maybe we can have them come administer the test. I don't know.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Why not?
I like this idea.
I do too. I think it would be fun. And y'all could play along at home, right?
I mean, why not? We'll figure out a way for people to play along.
Yeah, exactly. I just think it would be a fun idea too, because I always watch these people do the tests and I'm like, I don't think I could do that. Like stone cold sober. I really don't.
No, I don't think so either.
Like
my nose is super itchy tonight.
It's allergy. Like
I know,
for me,
it's so bad.
But the one where they stand on one foot and like you have to raise your foot up 6 inches.
It's ridiculous.
And like put your hands you can't even put your hands out to balance. Like there's no way I could do that. All right, let's see what happened to this guy.
Okay. We just totally derailed for like 20 minutes.
It's Waffle Salter's fault. Do you want to know why? Because of this right here.
Because of rum?
Because of rum and Waffle Salter. Speaking of salt and liquor,
here we go.
Dave has this this whiskey that's like salted caramel, and I don't usually like whiskey, but that's delicious.
Do you remember that chocolate alcohol that we got? Oh gosh,
I have
Waffle Salter. What are you doing?
Wow,
I can't waste the live stream fun.
This is the lawnmower fund is what this is, and air conditioner. Thank you, Waffle Salter. You're amazing.
You are amazing.
Waffle Salter also helped me get my bathroom finally painted after a year of it being half finished. I appreciate you so much, Waffle Salter.
Let me tell you,
I can't give her another one of these big treats though, but I'll give her one of the medium-sized ones.
Let me just explain something. This has been like a super rough month. My daughter just had like
surgery.
Yeah,
you're allowed to say it.
She just had her gallbladder out, and it was like super unexpected, and it has been an extremely stressful month. And I lost a lot of. It's been very stressful.
Don't
just put it that way.
She's I can hear it in her voice, Waffle Salter. You're going to make number 2 cry.
It's just been a very stressful month. So
yep.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Very, very much. Very much.
Zena's going to have the cleanest teeth in all of the land. She looked right at the camera to say thank you. That's amazing. All right, I'm not going to cry. We're going to watch this drunk driver guy get sentenced. Hopefully they throw the book at him.
Today for the family of a man who died while cycling near Clovis last year. Action News reporter Gabe Ferris was in the Fresno County courtroom today as Jonathan Petty learned his sentence and as the family of Peter Benz recounted their tragic loss.
A year ago today, my husband left our house.
The widow of Peter Benz shared the pain she still feels from.
If you weren't about to cry from waffle salter listening to this woman talk about her husband, I can't even imagine losing Mr. Zed. Like, I couldn't, especially to something stupid like drunk driving. I just couldn't even imagine. Although accidents pay double, so on the life insurance policy. Anyway.
Losing her husband as the man who killed him appeared in court to learn his fate. Lisa Benz asked us not to show her face as she spoke about the agony of waiting for answers the night Peter went for a bike ride and never returned.
Being frantic, I did not sleep that night. Trying to find him, driving his route, calling the hospitals. What I didn't know was he was already dead.
Lisa joined more than a dozen family members in court on Friday, committed to the pursuit of justice and keeping Peter's memory alive.
Peter was one of the most charismatic people you would ever want to meet. He had big dreams, he worked hard, and he loved life.
The impact statements come exactly 1 year after investigators say Jonathan Petty was driving drunk and struck Peter with his pickup truck. The tragedy happened on Herndon near Langley Avenue. CHP documents reveal Petty left the scene without stopping to help Peter or even calling 911. Prosecutors say
Jude hit and ran too. Oh, man. Not only did he kill somebody driving drunk, he left the scene and didn't even try to help him. This is insane.
That is.
He was well over the legal alcohol limit.
Found not with a telephone in his hand, but a beer.
Petty pleaded no contest to murder and
with
leaving the scene.
A beer in his hands.
Didn't call for help and was drinking when they found him.
He was on probation for a previous DUI when the deadly crash happened. In court, the 27-year-old stood with his head down, just feet away from Peter's family. Petty's attorney offered a short statement.
Remorse for his actions. He apologized for his conduct. I know no words that Mr. Petty can say.
Moments later, the judge handed down the maximum sentence, ordering Petty to serve 15 years to life in state prison. The court case is now...
I keep pausing, but the fact that he didn't even make the statement, his lawyer made the statement for him.
Yeah.
If I did something that stupid that cost somebody their life, I would be beside myself with grief and remorse, and I wouldn't be able to hold my tongue of how much I'm apologizing. And this guy, look at the look on his face right here. This is crazy. This guy is evil.
I've watched several court cases lately where the attorneys made statements on behalf of their clients, and their clients were just standing there allowing, and they were murders. And I'm thinking, how on earth and then the judge asked this person, I understand that your lawyer is speaking for you right now, but do you have anything to say about what happened? And they said, no, not at this time. How do you not have anything to say about what just happened?
Yeah.
Or what happened?
What you did.
Yeah, what you did. Oh my gosh, it makes me so mad.
Closed, but a hole remains in the hearts of Peter's family.
No words to express how painful this loss is to me and my family.
The timing of all this hits especially hard for Peter's family. Not only was Friday 1 year since the crash, but Saturday marks what would have been his 5th wedding anniversary. Gabe Ferris, ABC 30, Action News.
That story just pissed me right off. All the way off. All right, we're to the main event. Okay.
Oh, this
is the one.
This is it. Are we ready? Are you ready?
And the crowd goes wild. This girl, I want to hear you guys chiming off in the chat to tell me how you feel about this one's behavior in this 20-minute video. It's going to take us about 30, 40 minutes to cover it because I'm going to have to pause it a lot.
It might.
Look at Xena, like she just gives you guys, she's like, oh, I have no treats anymore. Here's my butt.
But look at it. She's so cute.
It is a cute little chubby butt, isn't it? There she is.
She's like, leave me alone. I'm sleepy.
I know. I've had too many teeth cleaning chews tonight. All right. So here's the setup.
Yes, Erica. She's very selfish.
This girl is at a dentist office and she's had some sort of work done. And
all right, so
she wants documents because there's some sort of bad experience that she had. She wants to go to a different dentist. I don't know if it's for a second opinion, what it's for, but she wants her paperwork right now. As any adult person knows, even children probably know, once you go to the doctor, the doctor has to write the report and then somebody has to type it into the computer and then you can get your documents. So it's not immediate. They can't just hit a button and you get your documents.
Right.
This is too complicated for her. All right, let's watch.
She's got to be, I guess, I would think she's, how old do you think she is? 20, 21?
She's above
maybe,
18.
Absolutely. She's maybe 20.
Yeah.
Ish.
Just so you all know, at age 18, I had my own apartment. I mean, I had roommates or whatever, but I was out of my parents' house. I did not go with them to they didn't take care of any of that stuff for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she's of age where she's an adult. She should be doing adult things, not whatever this is that we're about to see.
It's woo.
You're gonna have to leave the property now. And if you come back here and cause more issues, we're gonna have a bigger issue, okay? They do not have the documents ready for you right now, and that's the end of it.
I'm gonna make it big on the screen for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Sit down.
I'm not a dog. I'm not sitting down like I'm a dog. I'm not a dog.
Stay right there. You're not moving anywhere. You're waiting for your documents. Unless you want to leave, you're going to be trespassed. You'll be arrested to return.
I want my paperwork.
Come sit down. You're not blocking the doorway.
I'm not a dog.
On January 2nd, 2024, police responded to a dental office in reference to a woman causing a disturbance.
Hi, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, of course.
She's over here.
Okay.
Why can't they just do what they need to freaking do? Why? Like,
all right, what's going on?
Oh, so they called the cops. They have the cops here now.
All right, what's going on?
There is nothing here. All I asked was just for my documentation about what happened here and what went on, and they refused to give me my paperwork, and that's all I asked. That's it. I don't understand why it's a problem or an issue for me to get my documentation of what happened today.
Did I refuse to give it
Yes,
to you?
you refused to give it to me, and you told me no.
I said
no.
I said she just left the chair.
I
I was unable to have documentation
I didn't just-
until I
Wait, let
compile
her
it.
finish. Okay.
Until I compile it, I asked her if she would like to come back for it.
Okay.
Then she can come back for it.
Okay, do you understand her?
No, ma'am. Please, because I was sitting.
I'm not
in
going to
that-
argue with you.
I'm
about
not
this.
trying to argue with you, ma'am. Just how
She
you
said
allowed,
that you can have the documentation, just not right now.
just how you allowed her to talk, I'm asking for the same respect.
All right, let's go outside and talk.
I'm asking for the same respect. Why is that an issue? That I'm asking for the same respect that you just gave to this woman, but you're not giving it to me.
Okay, what's going on?
The problem is, I was sitting down, okay, waiting to get the documentation before I got the documentation, which was asking for the things that were done here today. They told me, oh, you don't have to pay, you can just leave, it doesn't matter. They told me I didn't have to pay, I could just leave, when I told them I had the money to pay for today, and what happened today. And
so what's the issue?
the issue is all I want is documents that happened today, so that way I can take it and I can get the work done that I needed done.
You heard what she said, right? You can get it later.
But why is it an issue for me to get it?
Okay. Here, all right, can you hang up the phone? He's not part of this right now.
Okay, so I can come back later and pick them up?
She's on the phone with her daddy right now, if anybody's wondering. She's talking to her dad, who, by the way, did a horrible job raising her. I'm not afraid to say it. Mom, too.
I told her I would mail them to her address because
They
of
don't
the,
have an address on.
and I asked her to write it down.
All right,
and
hang up
she
the
wouldn't.
phone. This person's not a part of it. Okay. All right, so you're gonna have to leave the property now. And if you come back here and cause more issues, we're gonna have a bigger issue. Okay? They do not have the documents ready for you right now, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, that's it. Cool. Okay, they'll shoot me that simple. What was it? That's such a problem.
Because they don't have an address or a place to send it to.
She does need to write
can you give her one?
Why? They already told me I have to leave. I have to leave the premises right
Okay, so here's where we're at. We will mail you your records. Okay, where do you want us to mail them? Not gonna give the address of where they want them mailed. Insane. Why? Hold on, number 2's back.
If you want them sent to you, then give them the address. It's very simple.
What address? How?
And
They just told me to leave the premises and I can come back and pick it up later, right? Why do I have to have it mailed? Why can't I come in?
Well, it's gonna take me a minute to do it, and the way she was acting, I couldn't have her. If you guys are sitting here with her, I'll.
Exactly. So I used to work at a medical office, not a dentist office, an eye doctor's office. But you know what? When people are jerks, it makes me want to do my job a little less swifty.
Slower.
A little slow. I'm going to do it. You want your contact lens prescription? I will give it to you. However, it might take a couple of minutes because you're being a jerk right now. You're being a jerk. I totally understand wholeheartedly where this person's heart is at the moment.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
I don't care. It's up to you guys.
That's fine. I just want my makeup to stay here while you're here.
Major Victory's asking what language that is. I think it's some sort of Persian. I'm not sure exactly if it's like Pashto or Arabic. I'm not sure, but it's some sort of Middle Eastern, it sounds like to me.
I'm just, when I can come back and pick up my documentation, I will come back and
she's gonna print it up right now.
Okay, all right, just come outside.
I don't want, no,
We're gonna wait outside, and she's gonna print it up while we're here.
I thought she just said that they can't.
Yeah, go wait outside.
Just wait outside.
Fuck off outside. Go wait the fuck outside and she'll print it for you.
Yes, Daddy.
Yes, Daddy.
Imagine your father saying to you, go wait the F outside. By the way,
Daddy.
sorry about the language. I didn't even realize that was in there because it was the father speaking. I couldn't imagine my parent, my dad or my mom, saying the F word to me ever. That's crazy.
Look, the whole interaction is very strange to me.
Yes, Daddy.
I know, right? What? Yeah, exactly.
Either talking to her actual father or to the elderly gentleman who she's having sex with to get this dentist appointment paid for. Like one or the other. It is her father, but the way she said it sounds like something else, doesn't it?
It's just weird.
I know.
Yeah. Weird.
Wait, what is that?
I can't. I never.
I don't think I've ever called my dad Daddy.
See, I did.
But when you were 5, not when you were 20.
No, and I would never, if my dad was mad at me and was like, get the F outside, I would never respond, yes, Daddy, in front of numerous people.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, Dad.
Yes, Daddy.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
It is weird.
Yeah,
Very
this
weird.
is going to be a long video, guys.
It is. I can't help it. This woman.
This woman. I love it.
There's a good ending to it, though. So there's a build up and there's a great ending.
Are you gonna wait for the documents or not? Hello?
Attitude.
Oh, man.
You all right?
No, I just want to leave
Said,
and I can't leave.
Can you listen for 1 second? She said it was going to take a few minutes, but the way you were acting, they didn't want to do it while you were here. But now that we're here, they'll do it while we wait outside with you.
This police officer is being a better parent to her right now than her parents are, obviously.
Yeah. Well, and it comes So obviously the parenting is where she gets it from.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So she learned it from them.
Yeah. Yeah. This girl has daddy issues for sure.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. They don't. You know what? Do you have a job?
No, she doesn't. She does not
Works
have
at
a
Five
job.
Below.
She. This girl has a trust fund, not a job. This girl has never worked a day in her life. She does not understand what it's like to be on the other side of that desk. She will never understand. She is going to inherit something and then marry a rich guy who she hates, and she's going to have a miserable life. That's what is lined up for this woman. Am I overstepping by saying that?
No.
Okay. Like, I used to joke about, oh, I should have married somebody for money, but that's obviously a joke. I love my husband very much, and he makes fairly good money. Like, it's just a joke. But I couldn't imagine marrying like a millionaire that I hated. And like, you see those like Real Housewives people and stuff like that. Like, they're miserable people. I'm happy that I have a happy life. Let's just put it that way.
Waffle Seltzer. Okay, so Katie and I watched this video beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
He said, imagine this chick's wedding day. We actually had a conversation about this. She is going to be one of those horrific brides. She's going to be horrific on her wedding day.
My comment about this when we talked about it earlier this week was this. Have you ever seen My Sweet 16 show on MTV? I think it was. My comment about this is the type of girl who was on that show, My Sweet 16. Dentisilla. She was on the My Sweet 16. I'm making this up in my head, by the way. She's on the My Sweet 16 show where they throw a birthday party for a 16th birthday that is more expensive than my wedding costs. And she gets, her dad gets her a Mercedes for her birthday, puts a big bow on it, is very excited to give it to her, loves his daughter with all of his heart, gives her this beautiful brand new Mercedes Benz, and she throws a temper tantrum, crosses her arms, pouts, stomps her feet, and said, I wanted a Range Rover. This isn't good enough. I don't want that car. That's who this girl is.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, watch the rest of it. Tell me if I'm wrong.
It gets better, guys.
Thank you, officer. I will wait right here.
Okay. When we came back.
I'm just waiting for the paper that they said that they were just about to bring out.
Yeah, and then you left, so we thought you left.
No, I left to go for a walk so I can calm down. I didn't leave, but you told me to come back in here when everything was done. So that's what I was doing.
I just told you to wait outside, then you...
That's what I was doing outside. I was waiting.
All right, can you just sit down and we'll get your documents here in a minute.
I'll go for another walk again and wait.
Okay, don't go for a walk. Just stay here. I don't need you to walk around everywhere. I need to find where you're at so we can just give you the documents. I'm sure it'll be just another minute.
I can come back when the documents are done and I can go for a walk until then. I don't understand why it's a problem for me to just step outside and go for a walk.
Okay, can you just step outside and just wait there? Because once they get the documents, we can just hand it to you. I can't be here all day while you're going on a walk.
You don't have to be here all day. I can come back in a few minutes when the paperwork is done. I don't understand why that's a problem.
She cannot follow directions.
She just came in, but now she doesn't want to be in
because
she
they
wants
told her
to be outside.
It's like, you ever have a cat? You ever own a cat?
No, ma'am. I will not ever either. But thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't ever want a cat either, but one adopted me, you know.
Yeah, I do.
For the people at home that don't know, what was my cat's name?
Not my cat.
Not our cat. Yeah.
Or not our cat. Not our cat.
I'm sure some of you have heard this story before, but a cat adopted us, and I decided to take it to the vet because it was a female cat. I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to have kittens.
Your dog.
True. That's true.
Adopted the cat.
Total tangent off subject, but my dog. It wasn't even my dog. It was my husband's dog.
Your husband's dog adopted the cat.
This is the story of how I got a cat. My husband's dog, Fritz, a German Shepherd, he was a retired explosive detection dog. They have a doggy door, and this cat would come around and would lay in the sun on the deck with my dog, like cuddled up with him. It was in the fall, so it was cool outside, but the sun was warm, so they would lay out there. The cat would cuddle up with the dog. It was very cute. I'm allergic to cats, by the way. I don't have cats. Also, I just prefer dogs. So one day,
far superior.
Fritz decided to show this cat how to use the doggy door. So I come home from work one day and there's just a cat in my kitchen eating the dog food, drinking the dog's water, curled up on my couch, just moved itself right in. That's how I got a cat. Anyway.
And how long did you have?
Years. Years and years and years. And then one day, Not Our Cat just wasn't here anymore. So I don't know if it found another family to harass or got hit by a car. I'm not sure what happened, but
that cat was actually it was elderly.
It was
very, I think Not Our Cat.
Well, we don't know exactly
the rest of its days and kind of,
Yeah. They go a lot of times when they know they're going to die, they'll go off by themselves somewhere, which I think probably would happen. But the reason I tell this story is to tell you this. When you let it outside, then it wants to come inside. And then as soon as you let it inside, it wants to go back outside. That's what this woman is. This woman's a cat.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I can see that.
So yeah, she's like, wait here for your paperwork. She's like, I want to go outside. Okay, well then wait outside. Well, I want to be inside. Like, what?
Yeah, you can't tell me what to do.
I'm not a dog. No, you're a cat. You're a cat.
You're so right. She's a cat. You can't tell me what to do. I'm not a dog.
Exactly.
Okay. Can you just stay here for 1 minute and then we'll get you your documents, okay?
I don't understand why.
You're making a bigger
You
issue.
don't have to understand to make an issue. I'm not trying to make a problem. I'm just, why can't I go for a walk until this is done? Why do I have to?
How much longer till the documents are ready? Okay.
So can I go for a walk until it's done?
No, stay here or we're going to be trespassing you from here, okay?
Why
just
can't
stay
I get my
here.
papers?
Just stay here. They're getting the papers. I'm not going to babysit.
You don't have to babysit. I said I would come back in a little bit when it's done.
I need to address this comment.
I was just going to put that up there. That's hilarious.
What now?
I know. What is going on? Please elaborate, Waffle Seltzer.
I want to read it out loud for those of you who can't read like me. The landlord of my office put strays in random people's mailboxes to get rid of them.
How?
Like kittens? What do you do? They just
like, how big are these mailboxes?
Imagine opening your mailbox and a cat jumps out. I'm a cat.
Is the postage on these, like, is it addressed?
A little stamp, like one stamp right there on the cat.
What?
Oh man,
this is a very entertaining stream. We've done a lot of laughing.
I'm so happy we decided to do this tonight.
I am too.
I love hanging out with you, number two, and I love hanging out with you guys.
I know.
Thanks for
I
being
do.
here.
I do too. This was like we decided this last night at like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Or not 11. It was probably like, I don't know. Maybe it was like 5 o'clock last night. I don't know. But really, I'm glad we did.
I'm like, hey, we haven't done Friday Night Crime in a while, but I had a dinner party yesterday to go to, so I couldn't do it last night. I'm like, let's just do it on Saturday. And then we decided in, I don't know, 2 hours, I'm like, we got to change the name of the show because we can't have Friday Night Crime and then just do it whenever the heck we want.
I know. Fridays are sometimes hard to do. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can give you a call first, and then when they're done, I can call you and we can come here together if you want.
Just stay here for a minute.
I don't want to do that. I just want to leave so that way I can go and finish what I had to do today.
They're working on it.
And they're taking a long time, so I can't go for a walk because I have to go fill out an application and an interview right now.
Okay. You left. Okay,
Yes.
we saw you leave. I hung out here for another 5 minutes. You clearly weren't coming back. I told them you left.
I never said I wasn't coming back. I never said
How am I supposed to know? I can't read your mind.
You can't read my mind. Okay, you don't know what I'm going to do or what I have to do. I had an appointment to go at another place that's near here that I missed an appointment.
Okay, that's not my fault.
Well, you already missed the appointment now, so just sit there and hold your horses, lady. Like you said, you already missed the appointment. Waffle Salter says, if you open a mailbox and a cute little innocent seeming kitten meows at you, I know who did it. Meow. I'm just picturing it. A little fluffy kitten. You open the mailbox and it says, meow, meow, meow.
Okay, that's fine. So I went to go and take care of what I had to take care of. And I came back. So that way I can...
Look at Xena when I make the cat noises. Xena, stay in your spot. Let me do the cat noises. Meow, meow. I've never done cat noises for her before. Meow, meow, meow. She's adorable. My dog is adorable.
You can let us know what you're doing just so we know that you're coming back. Because I was about to leave. And then they were going to have to call me back out here again and we're going to have another issue.
So then if you want to sit here and wait while I go and do what I have to do, fine.
We're not doing this. I'm not playing games with you.
I'm not trying to play games. I have an appointment somewhere else that I have to be at.
Okay, then do you want to come back later today for the documents?
I can come back whenever I need to come back for the paperwork and whenever the paperwork is done. That's not a problem. I don't mind coming back.
Look at this poor man walking into this. I don't know where number 2 went. She just dropped from the stream, so she might be having internet problems. I'm not sure. Number 2, come back. Oh, there she is. I just heard it beep, which means, where is she? I don't know where she is. Number 2, where are you?
Okay, you had an issue with it earlier today.
No, I did not.
You did. That's why I was called here, because you had an issue with it. I'm not playing games with you.
I never had an issue coming back to pick up my paperwork, but they told me that I wasn't going to be able to get it for a while.
Okay, just hang on 1 second. Let me see how much longer it's going to be.
I have another appointment I had to get to.
And okay, you're going to have to wait.
What do you mean they? It's not they. It's a... Why can't I just come back after I finish what I had to finish there, and then I can finish my doc, and then I can come and pick up the documentation, and I can call you
just
when
wait a
I'm done
second.
there.
Is it ready?
2 more minutes. He's finishing his notebook. That's why I said it would be better if she came back.
Right.
But I prefer her not to come back ever.
Okay, so is she going to be trespassed?
Yes.
Okay, so you hear this. Okay, if you leave the property and come back, you'll be arrested.
She's the nurse is like, I prefer it if she waits for it and then never ever comes back ever. Never ever ever comes back. I don't know. I keep hearing the beep number 2, but you're not here. So I'm not sure what's happening. I'm going to send you a link so you don't have control anymore, but maybe you can get in that way. Sorry for the inside baseball stuff, guys, but I'm trying to get number 2 back. I know you guys are mainly here for her and Xena, so.
If you leave right now, you cannot come back, okay?
I just want my paperwork.
Okay, wait 2 minutes, and you'll have your paperwork, okay? Do you understand? If you return this property, you will be arrested.
I'm going to email it to you, number 2.
I don't mind that. I don't care about that.
Okay, so
that's fine. I just want my documentation so I can take it to my new doctor. So that they can do what they need to do. Since they don't want me here.
Moody. Okay. So, like I said, you're just going to have to wait here, because if you leave and come back, you're getting arrested.
I can't get my paperwork and documentation even if I leave and come back?
I'm telling you.
You're not able to come back anymore. So
No.
you would likely have to wait.
I have to wait.
You
2
have to be
minutes for
here
what?
and...
Let me write down my information or whatever.
Okay, ma'am, sit down.
I'm not a dog. I'm not sitting down like I'm a dog. I'm not a dog.
Stay right there. You're not moving anywhere.
The cop's like, sit, stay. Sit, stay.
You're waiting for your documents. Unless you want to leave, then you're going to be trespassed and you'll be arrested at your return.
I want my paperwork.
Come sit down. You're not blocking the
I'm
doorway.
not a dog.
He's
I'm not a dog.
94.
For what?
We're getting back up here in case I have to go hands-on with you. Come sit down right now.
For what?
Come sit down.
Hands on with me for what? All I asked was for my papers. I don't understand why this is an issue.
Excuse me.
He's 12 for right now.
I'm not refusing anything. I didn't know.
Okay, Yo Mom is asking why is it taking so long? It's because she just had an appointment, and what happens at the doctor's office, Mom? She wants all of her records. So whatever procedure, whatever just happened with her at this dentist office, the doctor writes it out, and then a nurse has to type it into the computer. So that's why it's taking so long. Also, they were doing that, and then, oh, I think I hear number 2. Why? I keep hearing you, but you're not here. I don't understand what's happening. I keep hearing the beep, but you're not here. I don't know what's happening, number 2. Anyway, so they started to do that, and then she left. She just like took off. So they went on to see other patients or whatever. And now she's back. So they're going back to that. So I'm assuming the doctor wrote it out, and then there's other patients that they're trying to take care of. And so they went on to do other stuff. And now that she's back, the nurse is trying to type it in real quick, I keep hearing the little boop boop that number 2 is here, but she is not. She is not here. Number 2, I sent you an email with the link, and you have the login to get in. So I'm not sure what's happening. Jump in the chat and let me know if it'd be easier for me to send it to you a different way or something like that, because I'm sad that you're missing this part, because this is the best part.
No, I'm asking for my documents.
I'm going to let it play for a little bit, and I'm going to go behind the scenes and see if I can figure it out.
Get out of the doorway. You're not going to be blocking the doorway for all these other customers.
I'm not blocking the doorway for anything. The door's open. Anyone can come in here. I'm not blocking anyone.
Ma'am, I do not want to go hands-on with you. Can you come sit down right now?
I'm not a dog.
Who called you a dog?
You're telling me to sit down like I'm a dog.
Yes,
I'm
get
not
out of the door. Okay, fine. Come stand by this wall. Get out of this doorway right now.
Why? Because I'm asking for my papers?
Yes. Come stand over here.
I don't understand. Why?
Okay, all right.
For what?
Okay, go stand over there right now.
I'm not a dog.
You're not going to be blocking the doorway.
I'm keeping the door open. Anyone can come in here at any time.
Okay, my partner's going to come in there.
I found number 2. What happened?
I have no idea. That was so weird.
I kept hearing, you know how it makes that little boop,
Yeah.
boop noise? I kept hearing it, and I kept looking over, and you were not there.
I
So
know.
was weird.
It was so weird.
Are you here through the normal way, or did you use the link I sent you?
No, the normal way.
Okay, so you can still put up chats and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah, but it's so, I don't know what the heck.
I think maybe if you need to go off camera, just hit the little thing on the bottom instead of like taking it out.
Well,
like, do that instead of,
Yeah,
I just don't want to lose you again. I need you.
Yeah, I have no idea. That is the first time that's ever happened.
Yeah, never happened before.
So
very weird. I'm glad it happened with you and not with like a guest. Like I'm having a guest on tomorrow night, the cowboy criminologist.
Yeah,
and I've never had him on before. We don't know each other, so I'm glad that it didn't happen with like a random person, because at least I can call you and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. The next time maybe hopefully it doesn't happen again, but maybe I'll just try and use the link if it does happen again.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's pray that does not happen again.
Did you want to comment
you guys
about the sit and the stay?
I did not. I was.
Do you want me to rewind it?
Sure.
I'll rewind it just a smidge.
Just a smidge. Just a smidgen.
This poor man comes in for his
or
whatever. It's like, yeah.
94.
For what?
We need back up here in case I have to go hands on with you. Come sit down right now.
For what?
Come sit down.
Hands on with me for what? All I asked was for my papers. I don't understand why this is an issue.
That's all. Just my papers.
He's rolling 10 for right now.
I'm not refusing any.
Oh, Katie, you're muted.
I love that he ducked under the body camera as if she was like filming with a camcorder. I'll give Zena a treat. Sorry about
You don't see me. I'm gonna duck. You don't see
Yeah,
me.
I know. It was very cute. Very cute old man.
Anything? I didn't know. I'm asking for my documents.
Get out of the doorway. You're not going to be blocking the doorway for all these other customers.
I'm not blocking the doorway for anything. The door's open. Anyone can come in here. I'm not blocking anyone.
Ma'am, I do not want to go hands on with you. Can you come sit down right now?
I'm not a dog.
Who called you a dog?
You're telling me to sit down like I'm a dog.
Yes,
I'm
get
not a
out of the
dog.
door. Okay, fine. Come stand by this wall. Get out of this doorway right now.
Why? Because I'm asking for my papers?
Yes. Come stand over here.
I don't understand why.
Okay, all right.
For what?
Okay, Go stand over there right now.
I'm not a dog.
You're not going to be blocking the doorway.
I'm keeping the door open. Anyone can come in here.
Not to mention the fact they're in Florida, and didn't your father ever teach you that you're cooling the whole neighborhood by having the doors and windows open with the air on?
Right. Ridiculous.
Okay, my partner's going to come in there.
Just leave it open.
All right, do you have your ID on you?
No, I do not.
All right. Get off the phone.
No, I'm calling my mom.
Get off the phone.
You can't tell me I can't call my mom.
Come sit over here. All right, she is trespassed. They're getting her documents right now.
I'm waiting.
She wants to be
Mom,
argumentative with me. I told her
Mom.
to sit down. She wants to call her mom and stay in the doorway.
Mom, they're refusing
Go wait
to
outside.
give me my issue. They've refused to
All
give
right,
me my
let's go
paperwork.
outside.
No, I'm not
Let's go
doing
outside.
anything. They
You
told me
go
to
to jail.
wait 2 minutes for my paperwork. I'm waiting for my paperwork. I'm opening the doors open, wide open.
Go outside and go to
An
jail.
issue.
All right,
Why
that's it.
am
We're
I
done.
getting arrested? For what? Why am I
Get
getting
up and go outside.
Okay, I'll get
Get up
out.
and go
I
outside.
just wanted my paperwork. Why is it a problem?
Get up and go outside because you're not listening. Get
I'm
up and
not
go
listening
outside.
for what I
This is
just-
a business.
Okay, and that's fine. Mom.
Get up and get outside.
Taser!
Oh, I was praying. I was praying for her to be tased. She is a prime candidate for tasing.
This woman has never been told no before in her life. This, whatever these antics are that's going on right now, has worked in the past. Otherwise, she would not be doing this.
Right.
This has worked on her parents before and her boyfriends or whoever else in her life.
Yeah.
This childish and insubordinate,
Insubordination. I want to sing that song.
Childish behavior has worked for her every single time she pulls this. Every time she's not getting what she wants right now, this works.
Yeah.
And that's not a her problem. It is a her problem, but it's more so a parental problem.
Yeah. Can you imagine this chick raising children?
Oh no. I
Yep.
hope that her children are just as bad as her someday.
No, that's going to be society's problem.
That's true. That is very true.
That's what's going to happen.
Outside now.
Okay, if you do not get up right now, you're going to jail.
Oh.
Just
All
go
right,
down.
no, I'm going outside. I'm going outside.
No,
I'm outside.
I'm not playing.
my
I'm outside. I'm not
How-
playing any games. I'm not playing any games. I'm outside. I'm
This is satisfying. This is very satisfying. By the way, audience, her mom is still on the phone.
Yeah.
Imagine being this girl's mother and listen to what transpires over the next couple of minutes. And now imagine being on the phone with your child and you can't see what's going on. You're only hearing this.
Yeah. Right.
outside. Mom, get off of me. What am I? I'm not resisting. Oh, I'm not resisting. No, I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting.
Turn around.
Oh, you're hurting me.
Turn around.
I'm trying to just stop. Get off of me. You're hurting me. You're hurting me. You're hurting me. Please.
Turn away.
Stop. Get on your step. Mom, you're resisting me. Please stop. Mom, I'm stop. I'm not resisting. Stop. You're hurting me.
Like they need to kneel on her like George Floyd style right now.
She should have been tased right now.
Absolutely.
Right now.
Turn around.
Should have been tased.
Oh, please. Oh, please.
Get a cuff on.
That's two men right there.
Well, they are kneeling on her, not George Floyd style, but they are if you look, they are kind of kneeling on her.
Yeah. Two men. And they still can't get the cuffs on her.
Well, here's the thing: is she's so petite. I imagine that these officers don't want to hurt her, actually hurt her. They just want her to comply at this point.
Which
I
is why
want to
she
hurt her.
Should have been tased.
Personally, I would like to just accidentally elbow her in the chin, or like Waffle Salter said, she's going to need dental work. I kind of want her to need dental work.
Yeah.
Look at what she did to the mulch here too. They totally messed up the landscaping.
That's ignorant right there. You should never mess up the mulch.
Landscaping is expensive, guys. I don't know if you know
It is.
this.
That's
I just
the
had to buy a
flowers.
lawnmower today. And by I mean Dave went and bought a lawnmower. I had nothing to. I Googled online what kind of lawnmowers, and that's about the extent of my participation in having to buy a lawnmower.
They really should have used black mulch. I don't
I don't know.
I don't like the red mulch. I'm not.
Here's the thing, though, because I did another tangent that has nothing to do with anything, but I did manage properties in Florida, and the black mulch down there gets sun bleached and looks gray and gross so fast down there.
It does, but I'm still a fan. You have to replace it. We should change the name to Many Such Tangents.
Many Such Tangents. I personally like the black mulch, but it does stay looking nicer in the shady areas of my yard because I have black mulch.
I love the black.
I like pine straw. I like the look of the pine straw too. I know you guys don't have that up north. I understand the look on your face right now, but down here where in these parts, the pine straw, when done correctly, looks very nice.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Cousin Eddie.
Get a cup for me.
Yep, I'm coming.
They also, whatever this designer backpack she has on here, is the straps are about to be cut too, which I love.
Sweet.
I love it.
Cut them.
Right now.
Why are you doing this? I just wanted my documentation. Why are you doing
That's all I wanted.
Hey, stop! Resisting.
Turn you around.
You're gonna get hurt if you don't comply. And that's by your own accord. Hey, release your hands!
You want to get tased?
No!
Let go of your hands!
Back now.
Go!
Hey!
I just wanted my documentation.
Then you should have
Hey!
listened.
Stop resisting!
I was listening.
You are not listening.
I can't breathe.
Oh, I can't breathe.
Stop.
He is kneeling on her George Floyd style right there. Look at the knee. Do you see the
Good.
knee right there?
Good. She needs it.
Yeah. And by George Floyd style, I mean on her shoulder, which is exactly where George Floyd was knelt on.
Yeah.
When he died of a heroin overdose, a fentanyl overdose.
Yeah.
You should have
Hey!
listened.
Stop resisting!
I was listening.
You are not
Oh,
listening.
I was.
Can I just ask, what kind of underpants are these where it's just like a strap and a strap down? Like there's no like whale tail or anything. It's very weird.
Rewind.
Then you should have
Hey!
listened.
Stop resisting!
What is that?
You are not listening.
They don't look comfortable.
No, I'm team granny panties over here because they're comfortable.
I'm all for the jockeys.
I am totally team granny panties.
Stop. Stop.
All right.
Stop.
Hey! All right, now stand up.
You get no sympathy from me.
No, look, she's ripped her expensive tights, whatever
bad.
those are. Her $100 hairdo is all messed up, and I think she broke a nail, which also probably cost about $150.
150, I was going to say. Probably.
Which is why my nails look like that.
Yeah, that's why I do my own nails.
I just don't do them. I just don't. I cut my own hair. I'm very weird about spending money on myself, guys. Look at her top is all dirty too.
I just wanted my papers.
Yes, we wear underwear.
I asked for my papers. Why? No.
Knock it off.
I'm not doing anything.
Yes, you are.
Here.
Freaking just
Come on, sit
I'm
up.
not fighting anybody. I'm not fighting anyone.
Unreal.
You're hurting me.
Yes, it's not supposed to feel good.
She's still carrying on saying I'm not doing anything. What?
Her mom's on the phone. Her mom's hearing all of this, by the way. Her mom thinks she's getting brutally beaten at the moment.
What planet does she live on that she thinks she's completely innocent in all of this?
It is planet. Mommy and daddy gave me everything I want my entire life.
Entitled,
exactly. And that's in the entitled brat refusing to leave her dentist.
She's
yes, entitled.
Extremely entitled.
Yep. And they tried to undo the straps nicely so it didn't have to be cut, and they
cut 'em.
can't. They can't get it. Like they tried, and they can't
cut
get
'em.
it.
Cut him.
Nobody is
Stand
hurting
up!
you.
You are! Get up! You're hurting me! Stop!
Jeez.
Stop!
Stop!
Stand still!
Can you pause
Why
it?
are you doing this?
Most of you know that my dad was a police officer. For those of you that don't, my dad was a police officer.
We used him to get out of a lot of
a lot.
You and I, she would rattle off her dad's badge number so fast.
Let me tell you, I couldn't imagine being a police officer having to. I mean, yes, the body cam is there for protection, but man, for them mainly,
isn't
it?
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you. I have a thought when you're done.
But in times like this, wouldn't you like to just switch it off?
And here's why. Sorry.
I would like to just switch it off for a second. Just a second. Just a second.
In case you guys are wondering, I don't normally eat on stream, but I forgot to eat today, so I grabbed my thing of watermelon.
You've been eating watermelon for the last hour and a half,
It's
ma'am.
so good. No, but did you notice, like, after it was leading up to George Floyd, but there was all of these cases of, and there's only one that I can think of that was just egregious, and that cop's in jail, where that one, I forget his name, but he was actually running away and the cop shot him in the back, and then there's a video of the cop placing a gun next to him. Other than that one, there might be other ones, obviously, but like, I forget the first name, but Daniel Shaver was one of them in the hotel, and things like that. That was egregious as well. But most of the time, the body cam and people were demanding the cops have body camera, demanding. And now that most cops have body cameras, it comes out there's some person gets shot by the cops or something happens with the cops. And now that they have body camera, it's showing that the person either attacked them or had a knife or a gun
I know. It's for protection for yes.
And the reason I say in this case is because the mom is on the phone, so she's hearing this. This is a witness. And this woman could claim that these cops did anything to her.
I know.
And
but I just want to punch this.
This is the type of person that would go in if there was
For
not
sure.
body cameras and say he grabbed my boobs
Absolutely.
or he touched my butt or something like that.
Absolutely. But I want to punch her so bad. Just I really do.
Exactly.
And
Yep.
if I mean I
And
really
if I
do.
can't, I will cut her backpack like this officer's doing.
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah. I know.
I just wanted my papers.
I just wanted my papers.
I just wanted my papers.
That's all.
Why is it a problem?
So
Why would I
innocent.
call my mom and it became an issue?
Idea.
Why?
I tried to tell her. Let the thing go.
No, you're fucking hurting me, you fucker!
Stop it.
I didn't do anything!
Really?
I didn't do
Really?
anything! What did I do?
All right, come on, stand up. Let's go. Come on. Hey.
No! I need my papers! I need my documents on my computer!
Knock it off.
That's my homework! That's my homework!
Where's your car?
That's my homework, please!
Knock it off.
No, that's my homework, my wallet, everything's
We're gonna claim all your stuff now.
No,
Knock it off.
Hey! I need my identity, my wallet!
Search him. Make sure you get on that.
Okay.
No, I need my ID. I need my wallet.
You're gonna get everything. Calm down.
No, I need my ID. I need my wallet. It's all over
You'll
there.
get everything. Calm down.
She's worried about her ID and her wallet right now.
See, I think either she's on something, there's something nefarious in her bag that she's worried about.
That's what I'm thinking. But
Yeah.
if you had something in your bag or if you had something on you, why would you go into like an interaction with police officers with that attitude? That's crazy. That's crazy.
She thinks that she's untouchable.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Probably.
This is ridiculous.
I just wanted my documentation.
Then you would have done it. You listen. Stand up and get in the car.
I know. I'm not getting arrested for
Yes,
this.
you are. Get in the car.
I'm not, and then she wasn't arrested anymore. I'm not getting arrested. Okay, take the cuffs off. It's
Let me
done.
go.
It's over.
Yeah. Bye. You're right. Here's your papers.
Now you're gonna arrest him for refusing to move and assaulting a police officer. Get in the car.
I didn't assault a police officer.
Get in.
No.
Man, you're gonna get pulled in if you don't get in the car. You're gonna get teased in 1 second.
I didn't assault a police officer in my back. I need my backpack. Put your feet in. Hey. I need my backpack, please. Hey. I
Get
need
in
my
the car.
backpack, please. Hey, you want to be tased?
Get in.
I wish there was a follow-up.
Yeah, there might. I mean, we'll keep an eye on it. There
Yeah.
might be this. This happened in January, so maybe not in court yet. Although a lot of
wonder what her
times,
name is.
I was talking to my brother-in-law yesterday at the dinner party. He is a district attorney, and I asked him in the county that he's in. I'm like, if you have any good cases that come across your desk that the body cam is worth getting a FOIA request for, let me know. And he agreed.
That's awesome.
Hopefully.
Nice. They're like, woo, we got her in there.
Yeah. Welcome back.
I think she probably has something in her bag she doesn't want you guys to know.
There's her papers. Did you see him in the lady's hand? Look, she comes out with them in her hand.
Welcome back.
There they are. There's the papers she was waiting for.
Yeah. How ridiculous.
She literally could have either stood outside by her car or in front of the place or just sat in one of those chairs and scrolled Twitter for 10 minutes. That's all she had to do. That's it.
Now her mom thinks she's murdered
yeah.
by the police.
Yep.
She probably has something in her bag she doesn't want you guys to know. Does she like hid from you guys around the corner somewhere? I'm sorry. I told you I was frightened. I did not. Two men.
I told you we were going to be back.
2 men on a young lady? It's just crazy to me.
She's an animal.
All right, so this is her stuff.
Hang on, I got to close on.
Oh, yeah, thanks. This is her paperwork. I never want to see the lady again. I don't know what I need to do for that, trespassing or whatever.
Here's the paperwork. I never want to see her again, ever in my life. Never, ever, ever. There's the dentist standing back there like, what? He was back there like doing a cavity or something. He comes out like, what's
He's
happening
like,
out here,
I'm
guys?
gonna need some nitrous after this.
Yeah, they're gonna all go back in the office and be like,
She already knows she's trespassed.
this is in Florida. I should have saved this for the end. So I try to have a Florida story at the end of each one of these shows because obviously the outro song is the Florida man song. This is a Florida woman, but
Was it Florida? I for some reason thought it was Ohio.
They're in St. Pete's Beach.
Oh, okay.
So, okay. Well, thank you. I apologize. No, it's okay. I've never in my life seen something that crazy, but I guess that's normal for you guys.
Yeah, I only saw something that's crazy one other time, and it was me fighting another girl like that.
It's always the girls.
I'll tell you what, I will fight 3 guys his size before one girl.
It's always the girls. It's always, he's like, I've only experienced this once before, and it was another woman. Like, I
nuts.
Don't want to fight the women.
Nuts.
She wouldn't fill out any paperwork.
Nothing.
I don't see anything.
I got a little marijuana. She just said it seemed like she went back.
A little marijuana. All of this for a little
That's nuts.
marijuana. Crazy.
To hide something from us. So she has
trying to come over here right now.
a tiny marijuana, but she has a card, so.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
It's not even anything.
Yeah.
No, yeah, she's got a medical card.
Yeah.
She's got a medical marijuana card. It's nothing. She's got nothing.
That's
Which I think, a lot of times I see people who have the medical marijuana cards and they don't have anything medical.
Oh, no.
This woman obviously has mental issues that I'm sure the marijuana helps with. Like 100%.
does it though? Because geez.
Well, she still had it. She hadn't consumed it yet.
She probably should have.
I know.
That one's out.
I knew we were going to come back here, too.
Yeah.
I didn't know you stayed. I thought you left.
I was gonna pull out, and then
And then I was
the
like-
lady came running at my door right as
Oh,
you
did
pulled
she?
out. Yeah, I was like, "Hey, she's back," and I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "She's in there." I'm like, "Are you serious?" And I was just gonna handle it, but then she started to get a little aggressive. and I'm like,
I knew I would have came right back.
"Yeah, no, I know."
Karina, Roots.
All right, I'm gonna
Here.
start doing stuff. Oh, perfect. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go start doing stuff.
What am I going to do?
Let's go. No more fighting. Let's go. Come on. You'll get out today if you don't fight.
You're gonna
Let's
get
go.
more charges if you don't comply with.
So the crossing her arms and pouting and stomping her feet didn't work. Now she's at the I don't want to go to jail.
Whiny little brat.
Whining. Yeah, this is the whining portion of the
Yeah.
body cam video.
Yeah, like I want my piece of chocolate or my shut up.
Yeah, the faster you
I want a golden ticket. I want it now.
Yes.
Girl's
Veruca
Veruca-
Salt.
Veruca Salt. I
You
should have
whiny
named this
little
episode
brat.
Visit to the dentist office with Veruca Salt.
What a little piece of crap.
You'll get out. As soon as you get up. We're gonna put them in the front. But you gotta
they're gonna
stand
be
up.
loose.
We're gonna take those off and put them in the
The
front.
dentist
all right?
is waving. I didn't see that.
Do I need to rewind it? I didn't
Yes,
see
you
either.
do.
How far back, Ma? We'll go to there.
I knew we were gonna come back here too.
Yeah.
I didn't know you stayed. I thought you left.
I was gonna pull out, and then
And then I was
the
like-
lady came running at my door right as
Oh,
you
did
pulled
she?
out. Yeah, I was like, "Hey, she's back," and I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "She's in there." I'm like, "Are you serious?" And I was just gonna handle it, but then she started to get a little aggressive. and I'm like,
I knew I would have came right back.
"Yeah, no, I know."
Karina, Roots.
I'm gonna let it play. I need to use
Karina Yaroots. Let's see if there's a follow-up.
I'm gonna let it play while I use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna
Here.
start doing stuff. Oh, perfect. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go start doing stuff.
What am I going to do?
Let's go. No more fighting. Let's go. Come on. You'll get out today if you don't fight.
You're gonna
Let's
get
go.
more charges if you
The
don't comply
faster
with
you
this.
get there, the faster you'll get out. As soon as you get up. We're
Yep.
gonna put them in the front, but
Yep,
you gotta
they're gonna
stand
be
up.
loose.
We're gonna take those off and put them in the front. All right. I want this off. Right up there. No, they'll be fine. We're gonna put them in the front. All right. What's your first name? What's your name?
Karina?
Karina.
I think.
We're gonna put them in the front. We're taking them off. Hang on. Stand up. You gotta stand up. Yep. You
Those
gotta
were
stand
really
up.
loose on you too.
You gotta stand up. Hang on to that. Okay. Here. Hang on. No, you gotta put them in the front or we're gonna put them in the back. Where do you want them? There. Oh, stop. It's not tight. Nope. It's not tight. All right, hang on. All right, hang on. Okay.
I come back and put my headphones on, and all I hear is whining.
I was just gonna say whining. Oh, that is such a terrible cry.
It makes me laugh, though. It's
Oh.
hilarious.
Worst.
She sounded like a goat just there.
Yes, it does sound like a goat.
What was that animal that we were? What was the animal on that one video that the woman
That was
sounded
a
like?
peacock.
A peacock. What was that? Yes, she sounds like a cross between a goat and a peacock right there.
That's funny. What?
Okay.
Who cries like that? Who cries like that?
Oh my goodness, that was hilarious. What does her tattoo say? And I'll take you to Mars.
Oh, is that where you're from, ma'am?
Oh, and I'll take you to Mars, it says. What is that a song lyric? You guys Google that. Let me know what that is. And I'll take you to Mars.
Hi, if I can get
Something about the sea. Take me to the sea and I'll take you to Mars? Is that a song lyric?
I don't know, but that's terrible lettering for a tattoo. Did you get that in jail, man?
Probably.
get my finger.
Show me the sea and I'll
Okay.
take you to Mars. That's what you
Okay, here, watch your head.
Come on, get up in there, all right?
Oh,
Come on.
stop.
Sit right up in the corner. All the way over.
All right, scoot in.
Okay.
Or whatever. Or hey, you're gonna hit by the door. Or you
He
can
just hits her with the door. Hey, you're gonna get hit by a door. Slam.
Bam.
Oh my god.
Karina was initially charged with battery of a law enforcement officer, but later pled guilty as part of a plea agreement to disorderly conduct, resisting officer without violence, and trespassing. She was sentenced to prison, time served.
I would just like
Time
to point out
served.
that she spent 5 days in jail, which means mom and dad did not bail her out.
Oh, that's true.
That's what that means.
No, it says prison 5 days time served.
Yeah, well, if for something like that, she would have got out same day or next day in 2024. Unless she has an extensive record, which we don't know, obviously. But in my opinion, in most places, if you are not murdering somebody, you're out of jail same day or next day. If somebody comes and pays your bail, the judge obviously didn't give her like own recognizance, whatever. There was some sort of fine or a bail set, and the parents did not get her out because she was there for 5 days. I hope she had a horrible time.
Oh gosh, she got her. You know, she mouthed off in there.
If she
And those
acted like
prison
that,
women did not take her crap.
no, she
No.
tried that in prison and it did not work out for her. I guarantee it.
No.
Yeah, what is her name? Veruca
Veruca
Salt.
Salt. Veruca Salt.
I'd like to follow up, figure out her
I
real
just
name.
I got her name.
Did you find any?
No, there's no update. Karina Yarutz, Yarutz. There's
Find any social medias?
no. There's nothing. There's literally nothing there. It just says Karina Yarutz dentist meltdown, and there's a TikTok of it, but there's literally nothing.
Interesting.
There nothing.
All right, next up.
Next.
So next up is, hold on, let me get this ready. You're gonna love this. Ad time.
Yay!
You guys know that nobody will sponsor this show because we are us. But if you'd like to support the show, you can obviously do a super chat right over here. Just hit the little button, say, yeah, I'd like to give Xena a dog cookie tonight, and $5,
Look at her.
$10,
She's
whatever it
starving.
is. Yeah, exactly. We appreciate it. Obviously, thank you very much to Waffle Salter. You
And
are
Tehran.
and Tehran, but Waffle Salter especially. Waffle, you are our biggest supporter, and you have no idea how much I appreciate that. Number 2 appreciates
I do
that, I'm
too.
sure.
I
Um,
very much do.
but even if I'd love to have you around, even if you don't super chat, we like to have you in the chat, because you are one of the few people that can make number 2 laugh inappropriately sometimes, which is joy in my heart. Extra points to Ron for that. But another way you can support is go to KTZed.com. And I am hosting many people's merchandise here now. So I'm going to scroll down so you can see, obviously, the featured collection.
Major Victory. You're the best. Look at
Aw.
you.
All right, we're stopping the ad to give Xena a treat. And because it's an actual super chat, she gets the star. These are the fancy ones, guys. The Merrick. Power Bites, soft and chewy dog treats. And the reason why we have them is they are shaped like stars. And number 2 and I,
You love stars.
We love look at how much I love stars. That's my wall decorations. Oh, you can't see it. Let me make that big. Hold on. There
Stars
we go.
are good luck, guys.
It's since we were kids, number 2 and I's good luck charm between us is stars. So we love stars. So Xena gets the little star treat. Hey, Xena, do you want a cookie from Major Victory?
She's enthused.
You were in the restroom or whatever, but I did a cat noise and she perked right up. Listen, watch this.
I know that's when my computer was being wackadoodles. And I heard it, but I was trying to talk, but I was like, what is she doing? She's meowing. And I'm like, what is going on? And I'm not able to say anything. I was like, there's some craziness going on.
I'm going to make her. This is for you, Major Victory. Watch this. You shake?
She's like, no. She said no.
Thank you, Major Victory. I appreciate it so much.
You're awesome. Thank you, Major.
I just caught my whole, my curtains are right here. They all just went, it was crazy. Anyway, so if you'd like to support and actually get something for your support, you can go to KTZed.com. That's KTZed.com. It'll take you right here to the KTZed.com website. And our featured collection this month is obviously for Patriot Jam. Patriot Jam just happened. It was such a good time. I hope to see each and every one of you next year. It's in Nashville every year. I'd love to meet you in person. It's also going to be the unofficial KTZed meetup. So look forward to that next July.
I'm going to try to be there. I'm going to really try to be there next year.
But yeah, we have the merchandise here. We also have, I've combined all of the KTZed merchandise into one spot. So the Xena, the Xena stuff, there's Xena sleeping on a t-shirt. That's what she does best. You could also get the Iggy Normus Jr. merchandise. He's the one that does my outro music. This is a very special collection to me, and I'm sure for you too. But let's be frank. Iggy Normus and I collaborated on this collection. It's the Christ is King collection. And if you purchase any of these t-shirts, 100% of the profits from it goes to onemorechild.org, and they are a Christ-centered service that helps out underprivileged kids and families, and also provides support for trafficked children and women. So if people were sex trafficked or regular trafficked, I'm not sure, but they help them get back on their feet and get a new life. So they also provide support to teen mothers, so they don't have to go to that other, I guess it's a charity, whatever, the Planned Parenthood, where they're not planning parenthood, they're planning on murdering babies. But yeah, exactly.
Are evil.
So it's the opposite of Planned Parenthood. You could also get K-First merchandise here. Sunset Saints, which is one of the bands that played at Patriot Jam. And of course, the Patriot Jam stuff. So go over to KTZed.com. That's the ad, guys. Sorry it took so long. I got distracted by a super chat.
Too long.
Too long.
Get on with the show.
Sorry about that. Okay, so this
I was just kidding.
Well, I want to get into hold on, let me close stuff that we already did so I don't get confused. But there was a story that was out of Indiana, and you are from Indiana. Well,
not from there. I just happen to live there.
You happen to live there. But have you heard about this ex-Colts player's son?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a couple of stories pulled up here about that, and I don't know what order they're in, but I pulled up a bunch of stuff. So let's see it.
Okay.
It says parents no longer cooperating in search for ex-Colts player's son, Bryson Muir.
Number one news source. This is Fox 59.
What's that?
It's old. They arrested them.
I have a bunch of stories. We're getting there, man.
Sorry.
Horses.
Jumping ahead.
First at 4.
I started to watch this on a crime line. I'm like, no, we have to wait for number 2.
Yeah.
Because I know you like football over there. I remember one time
That was my ex-husband.
Well, I was waiting. I was on the phone with you when you were like waiting in line to get somebody's autograph or something, and it was a football player. I don't remember.
That was my ex-husband.
Yeah. Well, football, whatever.
That was like 11 years ago.
Sports ball. So this kid is apparently, don't spoil it, but at the moment he's missing and the parents are not cooperating. Let's see what they say.
News first at 4 on the search for 14-year-old Bryson Muir of Logansport. A statewide silver alert has now been issued 12 days after he was last seen in Ohio. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I'm Jenny Drasler.
I'm Eric Graves. Nick and Aaliyah have the day off. I talked to police just more than an hour ago. They tell me Bryson's parents had agreed to bring him to the ISP post in Peru at noon today.
Is this really your newscaster? Like this guy? What on earth? He looks like the guy from Mad Magazine.
Yeah. Alfred E. Newman.
Yeah. What is that?
But backed out just an hour before that.
Yeah, it's the case we've been following from the beginning. A lot to unpack, and we go to Fox 59's Michael Van Scoik joining us now in studio with the latest breaking details from State Police. Michael.
Well, Jenny and Eric, State Police say that decision not to bring the son to the post this afternoon is a signal the Muirs are unwilling to cooperate. Now, investigators have issued a silver alert and say Bryson is believed to be in extreme danger and may require medical assistance. Bryson was last seen on June 16th at his grandmother's house near Cleveland, Ohio. At the time, he had this black eye.
Oh.
She's the one who called police because she was worried.
I haven't watched any of this. This is all new to me. How old is he? 14?
Yeah, I think so. They thought he was dead.
We don't know what happened to his black eye, though, right?
The father gave that to him.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep.
Like, I was saying in the last segment that woman needed to get beat as a child, but I don't mean like this. I don't mean like this at all. This is horrible.
Yep.
He was being beaten. Bryson's father is a former Indianapolis Colt. Daniel Muir is a person of interest in the investigation. State Police and the Cass County DCS got a hold of Bryson's parents yesterday, 11 days after the investigation started. Investigators also got onto the large property where they live. This video is from when we were there earlier this week. The property is owned by a group called Servant Leaders Foundation. It's a nonprofit religious group based out of Kokomo. Now, ISP says
it's a cult.
A nonprofit religious group.
No, it's a cult.
All right, let this play, and then you have to tell me about the cult.
I don't know.
Spoke directly with Bryson's parents yesterday. However, the agreement to meet with detectives at the Peru post was made through a family attorney. The attorney told ISP Bryson's parents would no longer meet today. Now State Police meet the criteria for that silver alert, which investigators say will help get the word out on a much larger scale.
It goes out statewide, of course. It goes through the,
mass media, social media, other law enforcement agencies. So it's just another way to exponentially get this information out. And at this point, that's really what we're seeking. We're seeking information.
Now, state police tell us investigators will continue their attempts to communicate with Bryson's parents and their attorneys. Now, if you or someone you know has information on where Bryson and or his parents are, you're asked to call 911, or you can call ISP's Peru Post directly. That number on your screen, 1-800-382-0689. In the studio, Michael Van Scoik, Fox 59 News.
All right, so you're saying it's a cult.
Mm-hmm.
Should I go on to the next story?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll elaborate on what I know.
All right.
No, silver alerts are not just for old people. They're for
I thought the same thing.
Yeah, I thought so too, but they're not. They're for anybody that could be that could have mental issues, or they could be for older people. It's not just for
So it's for a lot of times I think older people might have like memory issues. So maybe that's why I always associate it. I always thought the silver and silver alert was for like gray hair.
I thought so too, but it could be for people with medical issues, for mental issues, and for older people. It could be for whatever, but it's not just for that. Not for older people only.
Oh.
What? Are you looking it up?
What?
What are you doing?
What? Oh,
What
is
are you
it
doing?
not? Oh my gosh, it's not playing.
No, it's not.
Holy cannoli. I was multitasking. Okay, I was trying to see if I could pull up Rumble just to see who's over there at the same time playing a story. So my bad. Thank you. I'm glad you're here because that would have just went on for like a long time.
It's Michael Van Scoik.
Do I have to give Zena a treat for that one or just when I'm muted?
No, you weren't muted. Okay. It's okay.
We have an inspiring update to a story we first told you about yesterday. The missing son of ex-NFL player Daniel Muir has been found safe and well. Indiana State Police say SWAT executed a search warrant Wednesday at the Logansport home of Daniel and Kristen Muir. Their 14-year-old son Bryson Muir was found and taken into custody of Child Services. His parents, ex-Colt player Daniel Muir and his wife, were arrested on obstruction of justice charges. Authorities say Daniel and Kristen Muir agreed to meet with investigators on June 21st, but then backed out of that arrangement. Last month, Bryson's maternal grandmother alerted authorities after she saw him with a black eye and a swollen face.
I'm so confused. Okay, so give me the TLDR on this story.
Okay, they thought he was okay, so he was being abused. So it's
Okay.
like basically a cult.
Mm-hmm.
And the grandmother is the one that reported the black eye and the abuse.
Okay.
So CPS tried to get in touch with the parents.
Okay.
They were not complying and hid him. They could not get in touch with them for weeks. And it was suspected that he was dead.
So the grandmother, the parents are the bad people, not the grandmother in the story.
Correct.
Okay.
So it was suspected that the kid was dead for these weeks.
It's reminiscent of the Daybell case, right?
Yeah,
Where the kid just
and
from the kid.
That's what we're comparing it to. So it ended up they got a search warrant. They found the kid, which was a miracle
Mhm.
there were several other children on the property that were all removed.
Okay.
We don't know any of the other details about the state of the other kids on the property, but there was potentially high abuse of the other kids on the.
I imagine it's not just one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So the parents were eventually let out on bail.
And it's an NFL player, so he's got the money.
Yes. So they were in court yesterday and were trying to have the judge allow them to see this son. And
that worries me, and here's why.
You're going to say exactly what I know you're going to say. Go ahead.
It seems to me, even if they don't, like a parent like that, even if they don't say the words, just seeing the parent is going to be intimidating for
That's
this
exactly
kid.
it.
Yeah.
So they're going to try and intimidate this kid into, because there's going to be a trial, there's going to be all sorts of stuff, and they're going to try and get this boy to not say what they want
What
him
happened.
not. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So I don't know what the judge ruled and all that yet.
Let's see if it comes. I mean, I don't know what.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't watched any of these. I just pulled a bunch of stories. So
yeah. So yeah, that's good.
All right, welcome back. Fox 59 continues our coverage of breaking news. Daniel and Kristen Muir being held without bond after a police raid of their compound in Cass County early this morning.
The couple's 14-year-old son, who'd been missing for more than 2 weeks, was found safe inside that property. Both Daniel and Kristen now charged with obstruction of justice.
Look at them.
Yeah.
Look at these people.
There were another Colts player involved.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
I need to save this. Did I tell you about my plan for February?
No. Maybe. I don't know.
So usually the Super Bowl's in February, right?
Yeah.
And you know how next week I'm doing the Olympic bombing because the Olympics is happening right now. So I'm going to cover the 1996 Olympic bombing. But for Super Bowl, I was thinking of doing, we're doing 2 episodes. So we're going to have many such cases, and we're going to do all football stories. But you know how they're always like beating their wives and drunk driving and all these little stories. And then on the Sunday before the Super Bowl, I'm going to cover the, what was that Patriots player that was like all up in the gang violence and like ended up killing that guy, and he killed some people in Florida too. Hispanic name, can't think of it, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yes.
He like met that guy in a dark lot and was like pretending to try to be his friend, and then ended up like shooting him in the head.
Yeah. Okay.
What is that guy's name? Somebody in the chat tell me. You know what I'm talking about. I keep wanting to say Rodriguez, but it's not that. Hernandez. Aaron Hernandez? Is it Aaron Hernandez?
Aaron Hernandez. Yeah.
So
Aaron.
I'm going to do the the overruled on that for Super Bowl weekend. And then, but this would be a good one for the little cases for the, to cover it again, just a smidge. But there's like just so many you keep seeing like all of these little stories about these NFL players. So that's the plan. Okay. Sorry, I'll play the video.
Aaron.
Yeah, that's what I said, didn't I? Aaron Hernandez. Yeah.
Okay.
Daniel also faces a domestic battery charge tonight.
It was
Aaron
Hernandez.
Take a look at this. This was the scene outside their Logansport property this morning. State police with rifles and IMPD SWAT vehicle backing out after a quick raid that we're told started around 6 this morning. State police says it was just minutes after multiple officers entered the compound that they were able to find and secure Daniel, Kristen, and their son, who had been missing since June 16th. He was the subject of a silver alert, but is now with Cass County Child Services.
Planning went into this because we go into the unknown, but ultimately everything that was put into place was to protect us and keep us safe as well as everybody else during the execution. Here we are, trying to find this child, make sure that he's alive.
That went from 0 to 100. And then we went in and started executing people.
Well, and ultimately after 3 weeks of, reaching out, he was found, located. So definitely win in our books.
And both Daniel and Kristen appeared in court this afternoon where a judge has denied them bond.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that initial hearing coming up live at 5. Until then, you can go to fox59.com to find our reporting on the case so far, as well as our exclusive video from this morning's police raid.
All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for that. Bryson Muir's grandmother speaks out. I think this is the last one that I have. So we'll let this one. Am I sharing it this time? Yes, I am. So this is just a little thing that the grandmother has to say. Xena looks very sleepy, guys. What are you going to do about it?
I don't know. Look at her. So sad.
Tonight, Indiana State Police have issued a silver alert for the missing son of former Colts player Daniel Muir. Investigators say Bryson Muir was last seen leaving his grandma's house near Cleveland about 2 weeks ago. Our Chase Howell talked with the boy's grandmother tonight and Daniel Muir's sister. So, Chase, what did they say?
Scott, his sister tells me Daniel has been estranged from his family for years. When Cheryl Wright went to pick Bryson up in Toledo at her daughter's request, this is how she expected him to look. Instead, when he got in the car, she says he had a black eye, a fat lip, and a swollen face.
He told me that, he deserved it and it was okay. So I told him that it was.
He deserved it?
No.
Is that what I just heard? He deserved it.
How do you hit a child? He had to hit that kid like a man.
I could understand a child deserving a swat on the butt.
Yeah.
But not a 14-year-old.
No, he had to close fist punch him in the face.
Yeah, that's crazy. He deserved it. Give me a break. Like,
I know.
Yeah, he had to close with a ring on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he really had to.
That's heartbreaking.
Yep.
No one should beat their children like that, not if they love them.
And he's a football player.
Friday
so
night,
you
I
know
spoke to Wright on the phone.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, this is not a little wimpy guy. This is a Colts play. This is an not just a football player, an NFL player.
Yeah.
This is like if a boxer were to smack a kid. Like, you can't do, like, there's a reason why people who are trained in fighting can get charged with murder if they punch somebody and they die. I mean, anybody, I guess, can get charged. But you see what I'm saying? Like Anyway,
I gotcha.
Phone for about 15 minutes about her daughter Kristen, son-in-law Daniel, and what she believes happened to her 14-year-old grandson.
So I just want to find Bryson. I want to make sure that he's okay.
Wright says the day she went to pick Bryson up, there were 3 people in the car, his mom and dad, and a man she didn't know. But only Bryson drove the nearly 2 hours back to her Cleveland home with her.
She just told me that I needed to pick him up. And because this is an ongoing case, I don't want to say everything that happened during our conversation, but she just told me that I needed to come get him.
After only a couple days, Wright says Bryson was picked up by his mother, his dad, and an adult male, but not before she called police. Wright says 3 or 4 minutes after they left, an officer pulled them over, but Bryson wasn't in the car. So what could have happened to Bryson within that 3 to 4 minutes that you think?
Sir, the only things that the police officers told me is that they probably put him into another vehicle, and that car drove off.
As of Friday afternoon, Indiana State Police say both Kristen and Daniel are no longer cooperating with investigators. Friday morning, State Police say the Muirs backed out of a meeting with police that they were supposed to bring Bryson to.
Bryson is, I believe, somewhere else, and they just don't want to bring him back. Maybe they don't want the police to see his face. I think it's been almost 2 weeks now, but I'm sure that those injuries are still there.
I called and texted numbers believed to belong to Daniel and Kristen, but never got a response back. Reporting in Logansport, Chase Howell, 13 News.
Yeah, that's crazy. Ava's here, everybody.
Oh, Ava.
There you go. I gave her one little cookie.
She's a good girl. Look at her.
Yeah. She's camera ready. So that's a crazy story. We'll have to. We
Look at
will
her little
have.
smile.
I know she's something else. She like came up here like a ball of thunder, just rolled up the stairs and caused chaos.
She's like, I know she's streaming. I'm going.
I know. There's cookies up there. I know it. I know it. All right. So let me. That's all I have for the Colts player. I have a few tabs left. I want to pick some good ones though, because. All right, we'll do this one, and yes, those two, and then I'll put these other two. We'll save them for next time.
Okay.
We'll do this one first. I guess I should do that. Now you guys are just looking at the stars on my wall. There's Ava. What a good girl she is.
Good girl.
I know. Man accused of murdering 2 North Texas gas station clerks. I pulled this one because it reminded me of there's a true crime case that I've seen a true crime thing about that I'll need to find, but it was similar because it was just a teenager like stole his dad's gun and just went from gas station to gas station. They wouldn't sell him cigarettes because he was under 18, and he just like murdered a woman and then went to another gas station and did the same thing and stole like cigarettes and booze. It was
what?
That's not this case. That's the true crime case that I
That's
remember.
crazy.
But when I saw 2 North Texas, like when I saw that headline, I'm like, it sounds very similar. But this one is in Texas.
And is responsible for 2 convenience store clerks were murdered late last week, and police say 1 man is responsible for both of those. Police have their suspect. He's in the Dallas County Jail. Fox 4's Sean Rabb is at the jail this evening with the story. Sean.
And Steve, police in Dallas and Mesquite say 21-year-old Devontae Mathis is responsible for both of those clerks' killings. He is in custody here in the county jail. A murder robbery at this Dallas Fox gas station convenience store about 12:35 a.m. June 22nd took the life of 32-year-old Gopi Krishna Dasari, reportedly a husband and father. Reports say he'd been in this
Reportedly a husband and father? What does that like?
Yeah, what is that?
What?
Reportedly husband and father.
But this is horrible that a husband and father, I assume, is reportedly a husband and father, gets killed for just doing his job. It's also terrible that I do not have a place that sells tacos 24/7.
I was just gonna say the same thing. I need a place that sells tacos 24/7.
Nowhere near me.
That's a crime that I don't have that place.
It is a crime.
country only 8 months from India.
Early in the investigation, it was determined that a suspect entered a business, approached the counter, and shot the victim.
Dasari, the picture taken from an online fundraising site, died from his injuries. His murder, the second in as many days of a convenience store clerk working the night shift. The first, a murder robbery at the Family Stop Food Store number 1, the 1700 block of Bruton Road in Mesquite, June 20th, just before midnight. Mohammed Hussein, 60 years old, who was a Carrollton resident and store employee working night shift. In both incidents, the suspect fired multiple times soon as he entered the business, then took items from the stores. That suspect, now in jail, charged with capital murder and more, is 21-year-old Devontae Mathis, who lives in the Waco, Hillsboro area. Surveillance camera.
Can I just say?
You can.
For the record, many such cases.
Took the words out of my mouth.
Surveillance cameras gave Mesquite police a good view of the car he was in. That description put out to all patrol officers. An alert officer spotted the car Devontae Mathis was in about 12:55 or so Saturday morning, roughly 20 minutes after the murder robbery at that Dallas store on Lake June Road.
An officer observed the vehicle, got behind it, attempted to stop it. Vehicle pursuit ensued, which then led to a foot pursuit, and a suspect was taken into custody.
In Mesquite?
In Dallas.
Mathis connected to the Dallas murder by items in the vehicle he was driving. A woman saying she was his mother posted for prayers for her son on social media without sharing details behind her request.
It's sad that someone would choose this path in life, but unfortunately the only person that could have
I mean, I don't blame his mom for asking for prayers for your son. whether he's the good guy or the bad guy. I pray for people in my family who are up to no good as well, all the time, honestly.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
blame her for that. Like the way they said that, they made it sound like, can you believe she's asking for thoughts and prayers for her son who murdered? Like, I get it. It's her son,
I pray for him that,
Yeah.
the thought process for him thinking it was a good idea to put a tattoo of a heart on his cheek.
I mean, yeah.
Change that was him.
Devontae Mathis, 21 years old, now under a $7.5 million bond.
Oh,
Police in both cities still looking
wow.
to see if there are other crimes that might be tied to Mathis.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's Devontae Mathis. I assume there's going to be other crimes connected to him. All right, last story, and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
Man accused of stealing gurneys from Georgia funeral homes. Like, what is he doing with them? I don't know.
What?
I haven't watched the story yet, but the headline caught my attention, and I thought it'd be a good closer. So
yeah, sounds good.
Looking for a man who's accused of stealing from several funeral homes.
How much plastic surgery has this man had?
All
of the he looks like he's trying to look like Ronald Reagan.
What
like
is he doing?
He looks like a cross between Ronald Reagan and Michael Jackson. Like, if
I'm not
Michael
sure
Jackson,
what's going on there. Yeah, and Ronald Reagan had a baby.
If Michael Jackson and Ronald Reagan had a baby,
Yeah.
this would be Jorge Estevez.
I love the had a baby game. I love that game. I play it fairly often.
I can't think of any two, like, it's Ronald Reagan and Michael Jackson.
I can see this.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
trying to think of any other celebrities he could be mixing with. That's it. It's those two.
Yeah,
It's the eyebrows for me.
You did good with this one. You did
Yeah.
good with those two. Yeah.
If Michael Jackson and Ronald Reagan had a baby, it'd be Jorge Estevez.
Yeah.
They say he lives in Florida, but's been coming up to Georgia funeral homes, stealing.
I didn't even realize I was a Florida man. How perfect!
That's perfect.
I did it.
Good job.
Pictures. Police told Channel 2 Cobb County Bureau Chief Michelle Newell the man has a long rap sheet.
And I'm told this suspect has quite the MO. In fact, investigators told me that he has such an extensive criminal background that involves similar thefts. That's why they're so desperate to find him.
It's just really, sad and frustrating that this is something that somebody's doing.
Security camera video reveals the van police say Michael Johnson used to steal a stretcher from this funeral home in Paulding County. Multiple cameras outside Benson Funeral Home in Dallas captured the van on the property.
It looks like on the video, he knew what he was looking for. He knew what he was coming for.
This is Michael Johnson. Police say he's from Florida. They say he targets funeral homes.
Why?
It could have, and it does impact, our efficiency.
I don't understand what he's doing with these gurneys. It's got to be something nefarious, right?
What, gurneys? Like, what?
I don't know, but it's something. Like, I'm wondering if he has, like, kidnapped women that he's tying up to these gurneys to move them around. I'm not sure, but it's something. I need to dig deeper into this.
Did you watch? You didn't watch this one yet.
I have not watched it yet. No.
All right, let's listen.
Sorry.
Let's
With,
listen.
being
Let's
able
hear
to
what-
respond to deaths that, these families call us and need us.
Investigators say Johnson stole a stretcher from this funeral home in Ackworth and was seen back in Dallas trying to sell funeral home equipment.
Oh,
Dallas police say
that's
Johnson
it?
is wanted in at least 2 metro Atlantic counties for similar incidents.
The best thing he could do is to own up to what he's done and face the consequences of that and return what he's stolen or make it right.
Yeah.
That's what we would like him to do.
The funeral director I spoke with out of Dallas told me they do have more than one stretcher, but it's really just the principal. They're a family business. They've been around for more than 50 years. Ackworth PD is working with several other agencies on this case, including some in Florida where the suspect is from. Reporting from Cobb County, I'm Michelle Newell, Channel 2 Action News.
Thanks, Michelle Newell. I
So
appreciate that.
is there that much of a market for funeral home gurneys that
I don't know.
I mean, that's
I don't know. But
weird.
Life to the Max over there in the chat is saying that she's enjoying her Xena mug today.
I see this.
In case you guys are wondering what she's talking about, you can get that over at KTZed.com. That's KTZed.com for $15 plus shipping. You can own your very own Xena coffee mug. True Crime with Xena featuring KTZed, because we all know you're here to see Xena, not me. You can get all of your stuff over there, all of your Xena merchandise over there. If you want a little handkerchief, what are they called? Scarves, whatever, for your dog, you can pick those up there. A t-shirt, wine glass, mug.
Oh no, that's for rum.
Oh, it's a rum glass.
That's rum. Yeah.
You can get your rum Xena. Red rum. This is red rum.
True.
Anyway, so that's the show tonight, guys. I want to invite you back tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon, actually, 4:30 Eastern. If you come back,
that is going to be excellent show.
Okay, so I found this gentleman on YouTube when I was researching another story. His name is Derek, but his channel name is Cowboy Criminology. I'm telling you guys, this is the most underrated true crime channel that I think I've ever seen. He just did a 3-part series on Sarah Boone. Definitely go over there, subscribe to him. I'm going to put his link in the chat right now. Make sure to comment on his videos that KTZed sent you, and here's why. Because he's going to blow up any minute now because it's so good. He's got such good insight on things. He actually just got accepted to law school. He's starting law school in like a couple of weeks. So I'm glad he's cut out some time to talk to me tomorrow. The episode we're doing tomorrow, look at all this content he has too. But the episode that we're doing tomorrow, it's covering something called frogging. Have you heard of frogging before, number 2, before today when I sent you some stuff?
I don't think so.
I've heard of fishing before with a pH. Like this is frogging with a pH, frogging.
I don't think I did.
Like fishing with a pH is like when somebody sends you like a scam email trying to get information. Yeah. So this is frogging, and it's about when somebody is living in your home without your knowledge. It is so creepy, the story I'm going to cover tomorrow for you guys. It's so creepy.
Literally one of the scariest, like it's an insane story. It's going to be an excellent show tomorrow. Excellent.
I hope so.
It really will be.
Also, I've like I said, I've watched Derek's channel, and he has such good, I think I said this right, but he has such good insight because he studied criminal psychology before. So, and that's why I invited him on for this specific show, because this one that we're covering tomorrow, it's out of Hawaii. You know how I like to travel. I like to take you guys on a little trip with me. So we're going to go to Hawaii tomorrow. So I hope you join us or me and Derek for that. Number 2 will be holding things down in the chat, of course.
If you're lucky.
Of course. I don't know why it made me big. There we go. I think that's it. That's the show. Did you have anything to add?
Nah,
that's it. Thank you again very much to all of the super chatters. Major Victory, Ron got in there at the beginning, and of course Waffle Salter. I hope to see you back here tomorrow, Waffle Salter. It's going to be a really interesting show tomorrow. I think all of you should join me, and if you cannot be there live at 4:30 Eastern, watch the replay. Because where else are you going to get crime and puppies at the same time? Only here, as far as I know. Only here. All right. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man, Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Won't you solo go show off your photos, throw out your Twinkies, throw up your ho-hos, tuck in them pinkies. mojo. My 8 subscriber, I'm a fagoso. Jump in them Sinkies and dump them mimosos. The first Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto.
Looking for new drills, needed a new track of land. I used to dig the Simpsons, man. Bumping Biggie, Pop, Smash Mouth, and Simple Plan. No scrubs for the crease in my pimples, damn. From the south streets of southeast Michigan, hitting shuffle till I settled on a different jam. And when a dime won't do, a better nickel can. And let me tell you, when I used to dig them Simpsons, man. A funny thing about time, you can't get it back. A tight grip, but it rips the jacket. Slight lisp with a mix of traffic. You see about me, like Mr. Glass, always wished I was a whiz at graphics. Take me back to the past where the hits were massive. You can hear Gladys Knight and the Pips on plastic, misfit molasses. Delete my contacts just so I can stick to glasses. Feel that skipped out, so I miss the classics. Aristotle of the bottle, Seneca of the simple action, senator of the simple maxim. I swear for a skillful Saxon, I'm still relaxing. Who wanna take a dip in the mind sauce, making up for the time lost, forgetting all my past was when I sign off. Prime bribe, prime rib, Agent Smith, prime boss, popping red pills till my mind's off, mind's off.
First Florida man, Endo de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Won't you so loco, show off your photos, throw out your Twinkies, throw up your ho-hos, tuck in them pinkies, them shits a no-no. The first Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Brought to my attention by the man with the mojo. My 8 subscriber, I'm a fagoso. Jump in them Sinkies and dump them mimosos. The first Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto.
Threw up that blue pill, moved to a new track. I slew the foothills of that voodoo sap. Microfiche tape decks, I'll sift through that, cause I'll do anything to get the old Simpsons back. Give me the news that make my mood react. I'll swim through the sewer just to make it to the truth intact. And you can shine up that voodoo with new shellac. I'll still do anything to get the old Simpsons back, but back. Imagine thinking Karl Marx is new school Klingon like Huzu. They welcome the ways they can bring on the boots, dude. Declare a major, they get paid to pollute you. Self-ashamed neighbors never gaze when they scoop you. I wonder how we fight it. The 6th step is never enter in my tent uninvited. The 5th step is produce, no skills is no use. 4th step community preference is unity. 3rd step is nation, it's somewhat location, mostly relations, that's the situation. Next step family, patriarchal sanity. Safe under the canopy, ain't a place for anarchy. 1st step, I just got to say it, no showboat. Step back and soak up the logo side.